Whoa, Alexa, play Never Stop by Future.
Never Stop by Future from Apple Music.
Yeah, I'm gonna look down because I know I'm a lag. I keep telling y'all I'm gonna do it and I forgot to do it. I think I gotta update. I gotta boost my connection speeds or whatever. So if I lag, I know. If I lag, I'm trying to see if my camera glitching because of the light. All right, I think I'm good. We gonna get it rocking because I want to hurry up and share my screen so y'all don't see me lagging so much right here. Yeah, I'm gonna start the show with that. I didn't get the opportunity to make a video on it this morning. Dog, I ain't worked till like 12 something last night, y'all. Y'all don't know how pissed I was, bro. Then I went live on TikTok afterward. My live was jumping crazy. I didn't get off live till like 3:30 in the morning, bro. And now here I am today. I'm grinding and growing 2 different platforms at the same time. It is a blessing, to be honest. And it's a blessing to see you all in here right now, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Twitch, whether you're on Twitter. Thank y'all for all the support. Truly, we're going to have a big year in 2026. A big year. If you are watching on YouTube, do me a solid. And again, I know I'm lagging. If I'm lagging, do me a solid and hit the thumbs up button on this video. That helps the algorithm out for anybody that's surfing on YouTube to come across Facts and Stats. Be willing to talk in the chat. Be willing to join the Discord. Be willing to join the stage. And more importantly, be willing to come back on a day-to-day basis and chime in on the show. I'm about to start recruiting. I'm about to be looking for folks to join the show on a day-to-day basis. I want to see who's gonna be the new person in 2026. I think, and I could be wrong, by the way. I think 1110 hit the scene and running in 2023. I want to say Jordan Woods might have came in 2024. And then Tween came around the Daily Show 2025. I could be wrong. I might have mixed that up or whatever the case may be. But them 3 came. They were not one of the originals. I'm talking about if you were original and you joined the stage from day one, like you 2022, you was in the spaces, you was in the watch party spaces, you was in the show, like you was a day one. You know what I'm saying? Like them 3, they were not day ones. They came a little after, but they made a big impact on Facts and Stats and also the platform in itself when it comes to the watch parties and just speaking on the Daily Show. So I am curious to see who's going to be that next person in 2026 that has an impact as those 3 did. Just wanted to shout out them because they speak on the show for the most part. So Risha damn near Risha can't be new. Risha like 3 years running. BK will never talk. So you know. Full disclosure, yeah, I did not get to finish my oatmeal before the show today, so you will be seeing me take a couple bites. Just being honest. I love oatmeal, and this oatmeal tastes really damn good right now. I made this oatmeal to a T. The perfect amount of cinnamon. It's amazing. So I gotta get into that. Like I was saying, if you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button for me. That helps the algorithm out. If you want to extend your support for the platform, which I'm hoping that you all will do. He said, "Don't speak on me," which I'm hoping that you all would do. Become a member. There's 3 different levels you can join as. I'm at 22 members on YouTube, trying to get to 25 and trying to continue to grow in that aspect. I do both. I grew up eating, so it really depends. When I made oatmeal myself, I made it with water. When my mom made it, I made it with milk. As I got older, I prefer it with milk. But if I don't got milk, I'll do it with water. Right now, I ain't have milk, so I had to do it with water. So it tastes better with milk though. But oatmeal is still good regardless. Yeah, become a member on the YouTube side of things, man. The link is in the description on this video to become a member. Again, the link is in the description on this video to become a member. If anybody is thinking about extending their support for the platform in that aspect, especially some of the ones that were subs on what's it called? Subs on Playback. If you were a sub on Playback and you're nothing now, please feel free to become a member on YouTube and or a sub on Twitch if you're watching on Twitch now instead. Establish, if you are in here, can you please DM me? Establish, if you are in here, can you please DM me? Like I need a clipper / editor. Yeah, 100%. I need a clipper / editor. Yeah, it's better with milk 100%. Uses creamer is crazy. I didn't know you eat oatmeal, Ari. Learning. Okay. Why they kill Playback? It was going good. No clue. I have to assume money. My only thoughts. What else I was about to say? Oh, and if you're watching on Twitch and you want to extend your support for the platform, feel free to become a sub as well, and or gift a sub, and or send bits or whatever the case may be. I will say though, if you have Amazon Prime, let me get into it, y'all. My bad. If you have Amazon Prime, I would advise you to become a sub through Amazon Prime. I will advise you to become a sub through Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you can become a sub for free. Also, if you do not have Amazon Prime, you just want to extend your support, feel free to become a sub. I just put both of those links into the chat. Nightbite will also be posting that throughout the show today as well, but I just wanted to bring that to y'all attention real quick. I'm also going to start the show off. Mo, like, bro. My bad, y'all. My computer is tweaking. All right, y'all. So, I need everybody that's in here to do me a solid. Everybody that's in here to do me a solid. You got opportunity to win a free Facts and Stats shirt. You got opportunity to win a free Facts and Stats shirt. All you have to do, heaven sent, you are included. Fill out that ESPN NFL Playoffs Pick'em bracket. Fill out the ESPN NFL Playoffs Pick'em bracket in the chat. Again, fill out the ESPN NFL Playoff bracket in the chat. Whoever obviously gets the most right. Hold on, y'all. My oatmeal, man. I can't eat stuff that get cool or cold. I need. Woo. Man, my wife, look. If my wife don't eat oatmeal, that's cool. But you better know how to make some good oatmeal. I ain't gonna lie to you. You better know how to make some good oatmeal. My goodness. My bad, y'all. This is my fuel for the show today. My goodness. Damn. I love some oatmeal, twin. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Give me a couple more bites real quick. I can make it. But say I'm in bed and I had a long night. And I said, she say, honey, or she say, baby, or whatever she want to call me, hubby, whatever. What you want for breakfast? And I'm in bed. I'm like, baby, just make me some oatmeal. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be able to just make me some oatmeal. You know what I'm saying? Yemi said something about oatmeal and banana. I tried it one time. It was good. I wouldn't put granola in it though. I wouldn't do that. Banana's cool. Old fashioned oatmeal original. When is Milo coming home? Again, excuse me, y'all. I need a couple more bites. Strawberry and oatmeal? I haven't tried that. You know, growing up, I used to eat the oatmeal with the packaged oatmeal where you like put in a bowl with some hot water, but you're not really supposed to eat that oatmeal. That oatmeal is not good for you. So I now make my own oatmeal that come in like the cylinder box. So I never thought to cut up some strawberries and put it in that. That might be good. I might gotta try that. Lorenzo, yeah, you're not a real oatmeal eater. You're not a real oatmeal eater. Real oatmeal eaters know when you take that bite and it's just so good, you just can't stop eating it. Like, I can't stop eating it. I can't stop eating it. Man, let me get some, for sure, beer. It tastes way better with milk 100%. Oh, you do the packaged oatmeal? See, you don't even make your oatmeal yourself. All right? You use the packages. And don't get me wrong. The packaged oatmeal is better and it's sweeter and it's good. I ain't gonna lie. But I just make it myself now. I just make it myself now. I forgot what's the reason. But that's not... A lot of stuff we eat is not good for us. But that's technically not good for you. But yes, the packaged oatmeal is obviously better. But I had to shift away from that. Yeah, the packaged oatmeal is better. That's why. It's 100% better. Your man gonna want to see you get in that kitchen though. Like, he gonna want to see you pour that oatmeal in that pot and make it like that. Put that water in there. Let that water or that milk boil for like a minute or two. Add some cinnamon to it while it's going. Put it, you know what I'm saying? All type of... Yeah, more sugar. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Take a pic of the box. Me? You want to see my box? Lorenzo acting like he an oatmeal eater. Y'all are funny. All right, y'all. Let's get to the show today. I dropped the pick'ems thing in the chat again. You have opportunity to win a free shirt. Lorenzo, make sure you check that out. Tween, Ari, Dream Shake, Kid. Make sure y'all fill out that bracket if y'all did not fill out a bracket. Beer. Yes, sir, Byron. I use almond. All I drink, not all but I prefer almond milk. I do like oat milk too, though. But I don't drink whole milk. I'm not judging nobody if you drink whole milk. I'm not judging none of y'all at all. I stopped whole milk like years ago. So I just do almond milk. It tastes way better with almond milk. And I like oat milk too. Oat milk is cool. But to the show today, unsweetened almond milk. Let me show you the oat milk real quick, twin. You about to waste my time. By the way, y'all see my setup? My setup for my the apparel is I got it. I'm getting it ready. The Humble Up shirts are still on the way. I'm getting it ready. But twin, I'm gonna just show you. It's the basic oatmeal, just old fashioned, nothing crazy. Y'all think if I leave this behind me, like I'll get a sponsorship deal with them or something? Like should I put it like this? Hold on. I think I should do that. Let that rock. And then like take a screenshot. Like, listen, I kept this behind me the whole entire show. Y'all should give me a deal. That's how I get my first sponsorship. You know? So we are sponsoring the Rolled Oats Quick Cook. You can get it from Aldi, Giant, Safeway, Kroger, Publix. Yeah. Give it a try. Today's not a full day. Chill got code. Is that code 910? Is that code 910? Is that code 910? Can I hit 100 subs, by the way? Like, can somebody sub on Twitch that's not a sub? Can somebody gift a sub that's not a sub? Now, 99 just look crazy. Somebody can gift one sub or become a sub? Oh, my goodness. My bad, y'all. I'm almost done. And it's getting cool. I'm getting mad. I ain't gonna lie. I'm honestly getting mad. Yeah, I already see I went from 11 a.m. to 11:15. Yeah, I know I'm off like 6 hours of sleep, which I think 6 hours is reasonable. But my brother, nigga, my brother. Now I gotta dance, nigga. I'm a dancing lag, nigga. Now I gotta dance. My brother. Now I gotta dance. By the way, I'm not the best.
Now connected to iPhone.
But this thing right now is trending on Twitter, and it's a little. I might lag while I'm dancing, so it's gonna look a little crazy. But hold on. My brother. Shout out my dog D-Mac. Shout out my dog D-Mac, man. Shout out my dog D-Mac. He made me hit 100 real quick. I think 2 people did actually. Hold on. And he resub. Shout out to shout out to the dog D-Mac, man. I know I'm lagging, y'all. I know I'm lagging. Find my love. Oh man. Oh man. Established, can you DM me, brother? Established, can you DM me, brother? You did not DM me the other day. All right, y'all. For the show today, we're gonna be talking about Duke completing a comeback against Louisville yesterday. Houston holding off Texas Tech. Kingston Flemings hit a big shot to help seal the deal. I think that's in the title. Yeah, Flemings seal the deal. That's in the title of the show. Finally diving on Trae Young and Anthony Davis. How do y'all feel about Trae Young fitting on the Wizards? How do y'all feel about Trae Young with the Raptors? How do y'all feel about Trae Young as a player? Then we're going to chime in on Anthony Davis. It's crazy how what his career is turning out to be towards the end of it. Obviously, he's in his 30s, so he'll be winding down pretty soon. He wants to stay in Dallas long term. Dallas prefers to probably try to get him off. Reality of the situation. What's up with AD? I thought I did something to her, but I didn't do nothing. Milo is fine. So then we'll talk about Anthony Davis, and then after that we'll talk about this All-Star voting that dropped yesterday, and then who do we think will be the All-Stars this year, and then we'll chime in on all the NBA games. LeBron James is playing good basketball, y'all. LeBron James is 41 years old, playing good basketball. You know, we're gonna chime in on that. I watched a full Miami Heat game yesterday. Let's clap to that.
Let's go.
I watched a full Miami Heat game yesterday, and I wasted my time. I watched a full Miami Heat game yesterday, and I wasted my time. I'll leave it at that. And that'll be the show today. Roughly around 2:30, 2:45, 3 o'clock is the time I want to get up out of here, because I did not get to make any videos this morning. I made a video on last night. I made a video on John Harbaugh. I might got to redo that one, but I also want to make a video on Cam Boozer. And forgot who the other person I want to make a video on. I already did Flemings this year. I forgot. So 2:30, 2:45, 3 o'clock is my angle today. And that'll be a good 3.5 hour show today. And then I'll head to work, obviously. Next week, though, remember, next week we're back Monday through Friday, so there will be a show on Thursdays. And y'all will have more of my time. Good and a bad thing. Probably like 11 to 4, Monday through Friday. And then I'll give me some time to clip stuff and post stuff or whatever, and then go live on TikTok, etc., etc., etc. If you want to join the stage, you got to join the stage through the Facts and Stats Discord. Did Nightbot ever put that in the chat? Did Nightbot ever put that in the chat? So Nightbot might get fired. Okay, Nightbot might get fired, yeah. Hey, Z-Farm, a lot of people trying to take your credit. You was the first one that came in here and said Cam not too far from Caleb, and now I keep hearing people trying to steal that. Just watch out for that, Z-Farm. Just watch it. Watch out for that. People rather steal credit or praise than just say, yeah, Z-Farm said this. Don't ever forget that, Z-Farm. Trust. All right, y'all. I'm about to hit the Discord. Excuse me. We're going to start the show off talking about them college games real quick. And then AJ did not fall off. AJ is amazing. Daily show stage. Here we go. Can somebody take me off server mute, please? Like, how do you do that? Can somebody server mute me? Heaven sent, can you unserver mute me, please? That is so dumb to me. And then why is the Discord so big? Like, what's going on? All right, there we go. It's better like this. Oh, y'all heard that music? Oh, all right, cool. I'm good now. All right, y'all. Yesterday in college basketball, I did my best. I was torn. I was like, all right. This Duke game comes on at 7:00. The Heat play at 8. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make sure I watch this Heat game. So, I watched the first half of the Duke game, and then I watched the rest of the Heat game. So then when I watched the rest of the Heat game, I missed the first half of the Houston and Texas Tech game because I'm watching the Heat game / Lakers game because those are 2 games on. And then Champ put Houston and Texas Tech on for the second half. So that's how my night went. If I was home, I would have just been able to watch both at the same time. It is what it is. I tried my best to make it work while I was at work. I think I did okay. To speak on this game real quick that I got to watch, at least to start. I wish I know how it happened. I wish I watched the run. I did not watch the run. I don't know how it happened, to be completely honest with you all. But in that first half, from what I watched, where Duke went down by double digits numerous times in that first half, and ultimately they were down by 9 at the end of the first half, 47-38. They really didn't have much offense outside of Cam Boozer, particularly in that first half. They really didn't have much offense. Now, as I'm looking at the box score now, because Isaiah Evans was breaking in the first half. As I'm looking at the box score now, it looks like Isaiah Evans finished out with a good to decent game, knocked down 4 out of 10 threes, 23 points, and they got a surprising output from Caleb Foster. He had 20 points, so he probably had a big second half. I'm not too sure. But Cam Boozer overall in the game, though, 27 points, 10 for 12 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. And again, that is the biggest separator for me and him when it comes to him and Caleb Wilson, because they both rebound the ball well, but Cameron Boozer is just better 3-point line on down. Like, if Caleb was just so good inside the 3-point line and better than Boozer in that aspect, then I would lean him. But Boozer got the inside game where he can knock down a mid-range jump shot, finish around the rim, play through physicality here and there, but then also on top of that, knock down the 3-point shot and stretch the floor. And that's going to be really key at the next level at the NBA. So, yeah, I think the top 3 obviously is locked. First and foremost, if you have well, it is locked. Everybody knows that. And if you have a top 3 pick in the draft, you just blessed. Like, you're blessed. This. There's never been a draft like this where you're praying for a top 3 pick. Niggas pray for pick 1 all the time. People pray for pick 2. But if you got pick 3 and or 4, you jumping for joy. Like, you doing a backflip, you can do a backflip. You're going to land AJ DeBanza and or Darren Peterson, who played another game last night and had a 30 ball. He had a 30 ball yesterday in 30 minutes. He's ridiculous. He didn't even play in overtime. Ridiculous player. He is the next star guard in the NBA. And or you're getting Cameron Boozer, who I think AJ and Darren will peak higher, but Cameron will still be a really damn good all-star, probably star player and low-end star player in the NBA. And then Caleb Wilson. Shit, y'all heard me with the Kevin Garnett thing the other day. Like, that's what a young Kevin Garnett is what I see. So, yeah, man, niggas, top 3 pick, you jumping for joy. Top 4, you ought to smile if you could or can and hug whoever. So that's what this draft is. On the Louisville side, real quick before Jordan Woods chime in and let me know what happened in that second half, which I did not get to watch. Obviously, they were out Michael Brown. They let that Khalifa dude shoot a lot of threes in the first half as I was watching the game. Rightfully so. I don't think he's a 3-point shooter, but he finished the game. 5 for 5 from the 3-point line. Is that got to be him, right? This is the big. I think this is him. Ooh, clicked the wrong person. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Yes, that's him. Yeah, this is him. Dude averaged 3 points on the season, bro. Dude just let him shoot threes. And probably rightfully so. And he made them pay yesterday, particularly in the first half. I think he was 3 for 3 in the first half. Finished the game 5 for 5 from the 3-point line, 17 points. Ryan Conwell had 24. McNulty, the transfer, only had 6. So again, I watched the first half. Duke did not play good defense. They didn't have much offense outside of Cameron Boozer. The Heat game came on at 8. I didn't get to see the second half because I prioritized the Heat game because y'all like to get on me. So I watched the whole entire Heat game yesterday. and we know what happened in that game. But Jordan got me through the comeback victory where y'all outscored them 46-26. Am I the only one that can't hear? Wait, hold on. Can, can you hear me, Jordan? Are
Yeah,
you good?
No,
yeah, I
you
can hear
good.
Okay.
you.
Okay. All right, bro.
You good. You
You're
good. I
good.
was just asking other people. My bad.
Uh, I mean, who cares, bro? I'm not gonna lie. Like, to be honest, it's a good comeback. Forced some turnovers, second half. Caleb Foster, Boozer. Slim was good pretty much all game. Foster got it going. Um, Boozer, you know, just being a man child on the court, especially when you're playing against college guys. Like, but team sucks, bro. Um, BJ was right about that fucking Caden Boozer nigga. Like, I thought he would be solid to okay. He sucks. Like, he just like he legit sucks at the sport. Um, Dame Sar sucks. What a disappointment. I mean, outside of Nate Mint, I don't know anybody dropping more in the draft than Dame Sar. He was a
No facts, facts.
top 10 lottery pick. Now he in the 20s. I wouldn't be surprised if he falls even further than that if he continues to play like this. He should come back for another year. Zay is in a nice little rhythm right now. I if I can trust him to give me 17 plus a night, 16 to 17 a night moving forward, that'll be good. Caleb, what was impressive about him yesterday was he was able to do it without hitting threes. He's been hitting threes the past few games, but he was able to score how he was last night without hitting threes. I still don't know how I still don't get how sometimes he's such a like, and it's not all the time, but at times he can be so inconsistent from the free throw line and be that good of a shooter. I never understand that. Um, but he had a really good game yesterday. But I'm cool on this team, like in terms of winning a championship. I didn't think they were going to this year anyway. I thought they were just going to make the Final Four and lose there. But if you make the Final Four, anything can happen. There's no anything that can happen for this team. If they go up against uh, a more physical team, and that's not to say they're not physical, but other teams are more physical and on the offensive end they just have reliable guys game to game to game. We really only got two. Maybe Caleb continues what he's doing moving forward. He's had a few good games, like 3 of the last 4, 4 of the last 5, whatever it is. Um, but this team looked like you know, a 2 seed, Elite 8 out with the potential for a Sweet 16 out if they get the wrong matchup in the 2-3 in the Sweet 16. That's what it's looking like to me. So, I mean, cool team, but I'm cool on these guys, bro. Too many guys that didn't hit. Dame Sark didn't hit so far this year. Nicholas, I'm so disappointed in Nicholas. I mean, that was the guy I mentioned as an X factor coming into the year. Um, just as another consistent outside shooter because I didn't think I would be able to rely upon uh Caleb for that. And just ass. I know he been hurt, but ass, even when he was healthy. Ass. Um, and then I still don't get why it's so weird to me how, and I know it's because he functions differently and he's a lob threat, but it's so weird to me how last year Malawach he wasn't a focal point of the offense, but he was at least a reliable, like, we're gonna look for him. And then Pat is just out there floating, bro. Like he's not one of the more skilled bigs in college basketball. Like he just be out there. Like it'll be nothing run through him for him. And then when they do run some stuff for him and it works, they just don't go back to him. Or if he misses a couple shots, they just don't go back to him. I don't know. I don't know. I know yesterday, he had foul trouble, but just in general with the team, like I, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like how they function offensively. I don't like the guys that were supposed to show up this year that haven't shown up. And I don't like how Pat, who's any mock you look at, and just looking at the games, a top anywhere from 13 or 20 pick is just out there just floating, not involved half the time in the offense. So, I mean, good win, but I really don't care.
I was very detailed, and very lengthy with full thoughts. So I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, I agree with a lot of things that you said. Because when y'all, that's why I say I always appreciate when y'all come up here. Anybody, not even just you, come up here and speak about their teams because it can be a deeper dive, or you can learn some things that you just did not know prior. Like Nicholas, Dame Sar, XYZ, them guys, the impact that y'all wanted them to have, they just haven't been there this season, especially with me just looking at their numbers right now. Both of them is averaging 6 or below, and both of them are also shooting below 40% from the field. Like that's actually terrible. To be honest.
Both
So
starters and got benched.
exactly that too. And really two guys in the, and I can't even say in a half yet, but hopefully Caleb can continue to be another scoring spark and or output, especially if Pat is not going to be involved in the offense like you just mentioned. So I was a little disappointed in the first half. I'm like, I don't know what's going on with this Duke team. I don't see it. Jordan and BJ is 100% right about them. But then I wish I got to see the second half. How does the storm back happen? But you said it was turnovers and things like that. So
They just finally started defending again. Like this team should be and like a great defensive team like they were before like mid-December. Like they were one of the better defense teams in the country, and then it just stopped. I don't know what happened. They just stopped playing defense. Like they just so happened to care to play defense in the second half. That's really what happened.
Okay, appreciate that, brother. I think it's some issues going on, y'all. If it's sound issues or screen issues, yeah, please leave and rejoin. I don't want to restart this the Discord stage, so just please leave and rejoin. Couple of mentions, and shout out to Jordan for chiming on the number 6th ranked Duke getting a big conference win on the road. No matter what, it's a big conference win on the road. Michigan, Penn State. I'm gonna just quickly chime in on that. They're the second ranked team. They got the win over Penn State. Penn State played a couple of competitive games this year. Won against Michigan State and Michigan, I think. They got the win over them 74-72. Did not watch this game at all. But just looking at the box score, they had 4 different guys in double figures: LJ, Trae, Elliott, transfer, Burnett, and then Yak, the transfer as well. And they now 14-0 on the season. I think them and Arizona are probably the only 2 teams that haven't lost yet. Yeah, them and Arizona the only 2 teams. Oh, and Vandy haven't lost yet either. Vandy's 14-0. Speaking of Vandy, they play Alabama tonight, and that's going to be a goodie. That's going to be a goodie. That's going to be some good. Ooh, yeah. I'll be tapped in for that one. That's 9:00. Okay, I'll be tapped in. For, AJ played today too. Okay.
I just want a top 4 pick, man. That's all I want.
Yeah, I saw your
That's,
message. I saw your message, and Brooklyn and Brooklyn needs that, man. Like I know y'all had 4 or 5 picks last year, but come on, man. Like y'all fell into a bad spot
do you
last year.
do you know how long it's been since the Nets in general have had a home drafted, like homegrown star? Like it's just been so long, and I want it so badly.
I'm trying to think
Fortunately,
in
we're
my
starting
head,
to lose
but I
games
don't.
again.
They,
It's exactly as
Cause the
long
Nets didn't
as it's
draft. The
been.
Nets didn't draft Vince Carter. Did they draft Jason Kidd?
Nope,
Was Jason Kidd drafted by the Nets?
nope, nope. Kid was not drafted by the Nets.
Yeah. Cause y'all traded for
Uh,
Deron. Y'all traded for Deron Williams from Utah. Y'all never. When's the last
yeah.
time? Yo, by the way, can somebody let me know that answer? When's the last time the Nets drafted a homegrown star?
The one that is usually cited would be Kerry Kittles, but like that's not he's not a star, so
Yeah.
it's very difficult to say that.
Mm, damn.
I guess the other closest one, at least during my time of being a Nets fan, would be if you determined that Brook Lopez was a star while he was here.
Brooke
So,
Lopez? No.
but I
Brooke
think
Lopez?
he only made one All-Star game while he was here. So I was like, I don't know, I don't think you could say that. So,
Wow.
but yes,
Bro, are y'all the only team
I
in the
just
NBA
want
that has not drafted a homegrown star in the last 25 years?
we would be one of the few at the
Uh,
very like I don't I'm sure you could go through each and every team and you would find probably one.
uh, uh, Rocket. Damn. The last 25 to 30. Damn. That's crazy. We'll talk about that on the NBA side. Next game. Well, before we get to that, Houston and Texas Tech, quick shout outs. Minnesota upset Iowa yesterday, 70-67. Minnesota was home. Tennessee got a much needed win over Texas, 85-71. Gillespie went off for 34 points. Third transfer from Maryland. Let me see what Nate Ament did, if anything. Nate had 8 points, 22 minutes, 4 fouls.
What a guy, man. Jacoby Gillespie. My goodness.
Shout out to
What a
Jacoby.
basketball player.
Z-Farm. Shout out to Jacoby, man. Yeah, Nate Ament. I mean, ooh. Dang, I wish Jacoby was still at Maryland, man. I'm not gonna lie.
He gonna be lead them nice in the tournament when they get there. Look out. That's the name to look out for right there for them. He's gonna drop mad numbers in that tournament in March. Watch.
Okay. Oklahoma State unranked. Oh, somebody saying something. My bad. Go ahead.
My bad. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
He's gonna be one of the top players in the running for Player of the Year.
Oh,
Gillespie.
for real, you think so? Player of the year?
Yeah. Fuck SEC. SEC.
Okay. Let me check his numbers real quick. Anyway, though. 19-6. Solid.
He been pretty good, bro.
Yeah.
He been pretty good.
Homegrown as in drafted. We drafted you. Ari.
Yeah, draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
As an American. Well, if that was the thing, then I would just say the Kyrie counted since he was technically from the area. Yeah, draft.
All right, next. Again, I told y'all my rundown yesterday. I wish I was home to be able to watch both, but I did heavily prioritize the Heat game. And I want to. Well, shit. After what I saw yesterday, I don't know, but I'm going to try to continue to do that and watch Heat games more often than not. So I saw the second half of this game, not play by play and whatnot, but I missed the whole entire first half. But it went as I expected it to go. Two really good teams in the Big 12 going at it. Probably the two best teams in the Big 12. Probably. Who else in the Big 12, y'all? Am I missing a team? Houston, Texas Tech.
Arizona, BYU.
Excuse me. Arizona. Yeah,
Iowa State.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Kansas.
Excuse the hell out of me.
Calm down, brother. Calm down.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, nigga. Arizona and Houston. Arizona and Houston be the two best for me, at least. But yeah, Ari's up here to talk about this game, and I think Ted watched a lot of this game as well, if not majority, if not all. As I only saw like the second half on down. So Houston got the win 69-65. Ari, please feel free to take it away and talk about y'all getting a victory. And BJ, I will circle back to you on Duke in a second.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, yeah, Tess. If you want to let Tess speak on that before we can,
No,
it's
go
fine.
ahead. I'm saying he's gonna go back. So go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, you can just go ahead.
All
it's
right,
fine.
Ted, you want to go back to Duke too?
I just had a couple 1-2s. Not really no.
Are you good? Go ahead.
Real, so, the first half was sloppy. I mean, to be honest, bro, they really have the same problem that they had the first weeks of the season, bro. It's the offense, and I think their defense. I don't know if their defense as a whole went down. One could probably argue that, but I think they just running into some really good shooting teams, bro. That's just hitting shots. Like you seen it from the Florida State game. Florida State jumped out quick. You seen it yesterday. Louisville jumped out quick, but they just hitting shots. And when it's putting them behind the 8 ball because on their offensive end they only run through one fucking player, or if Isaiah Evans just fucking get hot, then you know what I mean, you can kind of balance the scoring out. But if you have a team that can jump out on Duke early, you got a really good shot at beating them, because I don't know if their offense can keep up, bro. It's just Florida State and Louisville, they got cold, and when Duke turns it up on the defensive end and get out on the transition breaks and get them easy baskets and flip the momentum of the game, then they're a tough team to beat, because Duke is still probably one of the biggest teams in the country. We know they hang their hat on the defense side of the ball, and when their defense on the string, when they're rotating well, you know what I mean, rim protecting and getting steals, and it's like they get a lot of deflections. Duke get a lot of deflections, bro, but it's due to their size and their length. So I think that's their calling card for the season, and I think these past couple of games, you just run into two good shooting teams that's able to exploit their size and not get into the basket, but hitting the outside shot and keeping the flow of the game going. So I mean, I told Jordan yesterday, bro, the first half. I do think it was very sloppy, but I didn't think Louisville shooting was gonna continue in that second half. And once it got cold, and then they started turning the ball over, and Louisville had a lot of unforced turnovers too. A lot of it wasn't deflection; it was just a lot of unforced stepping out of bounds and shit, travel calls. You know what I mean? Just killing the momentum of the game, and it swung into Duke's favor. And the second half, uh, they turned it up. Cam Boozer, um, speaking on him, I told Jordan yesterday. I know he had a 30, he had like a 33, 34 type game and shit, like 12, 13 rebounds. But I think yesterday, um, him going on the road in that Louisville environment, because I watched majority of the game. So to me personally, from an all around standpoint, and being able to will his team back into a win and on the road against a very good Louisville team, that was one of the best games I've seen him play this year. Like to me personally. So Cam Boozer had a really fucking good game yesterday. And I think you've seen a lot of things in him yesterday that you will see in the league. Inside, like you spoke to, I think I came on the back end, but inside out, outside in, and just being able to keep his game going and continue to be in the flow of the game. And you know what I mean, when they go down, and I always talk about this attacking the moment, bro. Like that's what he did yesterday, and he had a really fucking good game yesterday. To be honest, it was one of the best games I've seen him watch. Far as just watching him play, not really a numbers game, if that makes sense. But that's really all I had to say.
Appreciate that, brother. Well said. BJ, you want to chime in on y'all victory? Because I'm confused. I watched the first half. I said Duke sucks to you. You said yeah, I know. And then in the second half, you text me and say Duke better than UK. I'm like, okay, well, did they end up winning the game or something? So now I obviously see y'all came back and won yesterday. BJ, did you want to further chime in on y'all victory yesterday, or are you good?
Shout out Caleb Foster, man. Shout out Caleb Foster. Shout out Isaiah Evans. Shout out to those guys. Shout out Caleb Foster for real. He was really a big part of the victory yesterday. Telling Jordan Woods, I don't think he didn't even come out the second half. And I told y'all niggas in the summer, like, but talking about this nigga, bro, it's like it's no point to prove him wrong because he wrong so much because he don't know shit about basketball, right? Goods tried to sell y'all niggas on that Caden Boozer shit, and I told y'all that nigga fucking is dog shit. He's dog shit, and he's only reason why he got any of them stars. The only reason why he got an offer at Duke is because who his father is and who his brother is. He fucking sucks. John been rocking with that nigga in the starting lineup, bro. And guess what? That's why the fucking defense been so ass. He came out. Guess what? The fucking defense started playing like something. Can't fuck with me. Like the defense started playing like something, bro. That's pretty much it.
Can't fuck with me.
Yeah, you can hear him playing the game in the back, bro. Like what the?
Nah,
Bro.
I'm playing somebody in quick match. Ev next though, D man. He can't fuck with me either.
Yeah,
but it's just like that's pretty much it, bro.
I appreciate that, bro. Chill, guys.
Good dub, good comeback dub. I ain't gonna lie. I low key booked this. I low key booked the loss. Like I was telling Tez, I'm like, that's why I ain't even bet on the joint because I feel like we was bound to lose, and I feel like this could have been a game to lose because they started off good.
Is this true?
They started off good.
Is this true though? BJ and Jordan. Somebody on YouTube, Sar face guarding Conwell was the big difference this game, more than Foster and Boozer playing well in the second half. Is that true?
It was a factor.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna say that was the deciding factor of them winning the basketball game. No, like they collectively better defensively in the second half. Like the effort.
And that's what I said. It's the defense. The defense.
Okay.
The defense was way better, and it's like I don't know. I really wish I would honestly pay some good dollars to see what the fuck John Shire says to these niggas at halftime to make every second half just look amazing. How the whole game should be looking.
Outside of Texas Tech.
And that's that's pretty much it, bro. Like, big dubs on to the next. I think we play them niggas we play them niggas next week. I think again.
Who Tech?
No, Louisville.
Oh, Louisville. Okay. All right. Why would I even say Tech like they're in conference? Either way, appreciate y'all and Ted for you and BJ for chiming back in on that game. We're gonna work our way back to Houston and Texas Tech. Chill got cold. My bad. I forgot to answer your question on Harbaugh. I'll probably transition to that and briefly answer that question when we head over to the NBA in a second. Again, Houston got the win 69-65. Flemings hit the big shot to end the game. We'll pass it to Ari and OG, and then everybody else that may want to chime in on this game that watched it.
I got some words when they finish.
All right. Ari and
Oh, got you. Yeah, good. It was a game. It was a game, a tough game. So trying to, temper my expectations, but tough game. I mean, obviously the story of the game is going to be Kingston Flemings. That's probably the story that you're going to hear most people talk about. Especially the way that he essentially lit it up in the entire second half. Um, because like like OG said yesterday or last night after the game, Kingston's shot the first half was broke. He was really making shit. I want to say he was 3 of 8, or 4 of 8 from the field, and the nigga kept shooting threes, and it just wasn't going in. But the nigga had 15 points in the second half, 5 of 8 from the field. So obviously it makes sense why he gets the focus for the game, and I think he deserves. He finished with 23 points, 3 or 4 from free throw, etc. Um, but I think it's this game for me personally was a funny game because right after our last game that I think we played at the end of last year was Middle Tennessee. I'm almost positive, or it was another team. And after that game, like it was closer than I expected it. I watched the full game. It was a fucking ugly ass game. And like right after that game, Sampson said one of his first things in a press conference was, "We're not a defensive team anymore." Which, like, from most people, y'all probably think that's fucking nuts. But he straight up said, "We're not a defensive team anymore." Because of the fact that consistently one of our issues this season has been losing a man on the perimeter. That's how niggas get that's how teams have been able to get open threes against us. It happened it happened in the Syracuse game, but we fought back from it. It happened versus Tennessee, and it kind of killed us. Also with them going in the paint. And like that's kind of how shit was kind of happening a little bit in the first half versus Tech. We just kept losing niggas. But I mean, eventually they locked in. They figured out, oh wait, this is how we do things. This is how we play defense. Um, and so they did well. I mean, all of our starters, with the exception of Milo's, had double-digit points. Even JoJo had 11 points, which is great. Him and Chris both had a double-double. They almost had the exact same thing, 11 points. Chris had 11 rebounds. JoJo had 10 rebounds. Um, that was one of his better offensive games. Tez knows, and I know Tez is not a huge fan of running the offense through him. I also still am not a huge fan of running the offense through him, but I think Sampson's kind of stuck because he did the same shit with Jawan, and he was able to do it with Jawan for so many years that I think he's trying to force JoJo into that role, and he's just not. Hopefully, either JoJo grows or Sampson makes a switch and stops trying to run the offense through JoJo, because I don't think that's our best. I don't think that's the best way for us to play basketball. I don't think that's going to lead us to. I don't want to say winning basketball because I think we'll still win, but I don't think that's when it comes down to March, and you're playing teams, you know, that can match up well with JoJo. The nigga don't have a post game, so like you're kind of setting him up for failure, and therefore setting the team up for failure. But either Sampson sees some shit in that nigga that we don't see, and he growing, and like it's taking a little bit longer, or I think a change gets made. But again, shout out to both Chris Sinak and JoJo. Obviously, shout out to Kingston. Shout out to E-Man. Uh, Bouncing back from a horrible fucking game versus Cincinnati. Nigga had 2 points, and they came at literally the end of the game with 17 points at 5 of 12. Yeah, good Houston game. Texas Tech is a tough team. I was frustrated with Houston with the Cougs because I felt like we should have never. I don't want to say it shouldn't have been a close game because I think Tech is a good team, so I don't want it to seem disrespectful. But we missed a lot of shit in the first half. As a team, we shot 24 of 61 from the field. Like, Nick, we don't shoot the best all the time, but that's like real fucking bad. compared to what we've done before. So I just felt like if we were making shots, because the niggas were missing easy shit at times, with the exception of the threes that they were taking, but they only took 17 threes, which is down from what they've taken in other games. Um, from the field, we just didn't shoot well. And so I saw things to where I'm like, if y'all could just make the easy shot, if y'all stop settling for little cute shit, get into the paint, you know, use the backboard, go to the rim, all of that shit. I don't necessarily know if that game would have been as close as it was. But yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to UH. We play Tech again. I want to say January 31st, right at the end of January. We go to Lubbock. I hate the fact that they have us playing them twice in 1 month, but we might as well get the fuck over with. But yeah. Oh, and always love to JT Toppin. He's a hell of a player. Jalen Petty, hell of a player. And Atwell, obviously, hell of a player. So shout out to Texas Tech. They not gonna fuck with us though, and I stand on that. So yeah,
Well, well,
but
well,
OG, you can take it over.
well said. Greatly appreciate that. Before OG go and read a couple comments in the chat from Jiggy Engineer. Stanak will develop on offense and be what we need by March, but really missing that wand consistency. Some takeaways: I think UH defense is piecing it together as time goes on. Blitz, double team after blitz really got TTU or Texas Tech out of their usual sets. OG, what you got to say about y'all getting a victory over Texas Tech last night?
Houston Texans, Houston Rockets, Houston Cougars.
Now
Nigga,
connected to iPhone.
it's tough. It's tough. Boy, you watched that game last night? That's a different brand of basketball. I watch it when I watch other college games, that type of rough and tough, in your face, that's the type of shit I like. I love that kind of basketball. I'm glad my team plays that way. I don't agree with a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna say a lot, but some of the stuff Sampson does, like yesterday in that second half, I think he stayed in that trap. I think somebody said that the trap got him out of it, but that trap also brought them back into the game. He did that in the second half too long for me. I think sometimes as coaches, you have a plan of what you want to do. And I understand what he was trying to do. He was trying to take the Anderson kid out the game. I totally get it. I think he's the motor. But I think sometimes you can have a plan, but if that plan starts to backfire a little bit, you gotta know that you gotta adjust as well. All right, you know what? I wanted to do this. I can't do it as much because what happened was I think we were dictating tempo for the most part the way we wanted to from a defensive standpoint. But then when he started throwing that high trap in the middle of the court, I think you can do that with most guards. I think you can do that with most guards because they either gonna start playing fast, take a fast shot, try to dribble between it, turn the ball over, all that. That kid is heady. That kid is too heady for that. And you can't do that. You can't do that with all guards. That's the reason why you don't see a whole lot of zone presses and all that shit in the pros because these niggas is too smart and they too big. That kid ain't big. He's 6'3", but he understands the game like a motherfucker. I saw him get trapped at the half court line and make a hook pass from one side of the court all the way to the other on point. So what they started doing, they were doing it so long, and then Tech just said, it's a real simple adjustment. Just bring JT to the top of the key, and then we're gonna play 4-on-3. And so that got them starting. I remember the first one they got, it was a dump down. JT got it and he dumped it down. Uh, to the guy down low. I don't know if it was LeJuan or who it was, but he ended up finishing. And I'm like, okay. And then we just kept doing it. We just kept blitzing, and that kid just kept making the right read. And I was super impressed with that kid. That was my first time really watching him. I was impressed because, like I was telling Tez and on Ari and Woods last night, a lot of times you would see kids just start trying. You know what? Because he can go get one. He can go get a bucket. You see guys, if I think he had 4 points. He made a three at the buzzer last night that didn't count, needless to say. But I think he really had like 4 points. A lot of times you see guys that go get a bucket and they getting kind of held in check. They won't do what's right by the team. They'll fit, man, I got to go get my shit. And he did not do that. So I was highly impressed. He reminds me of Chris Paul. He really does. And he's tough too, tough as nails. So didn't like best, kind of piggybacking what Ari was saying. I don't like no play that starts with Tugler getting the ball on the block. I never will. I ain't gonna never like it. And then at one point in the game, he did that shit. Sampson, I think it was like 3 minutes left, 2 minutes and some change. He gave the ball to, and it was a tight game. He gave the ball to Tugler on the block against Toppin. Man, Toppin one of the better defenders in all of college basketball. So you giving the ball to a dude against not only because he's a great defender, but you giving it to a guy that don't have a post move. Like, what is he gonna do when he get it? So I think I know what it is. I think he's a Samson kind of guy. Because like I say, he country dude gonna run through a brick wall and ain't gonna ask no questions. I'm just, yeah, coach, you want me to do it again? Come on, I'll do it again. That type of shit. And I think that Samson love that type of shit. Uh, Going to Cynic. One thing you say, I think Cynic is, I don't know if he's getting held under wraps because they want the nigga to come back. They don't want to expose him too much. I don't know, but I can see, I know that kid got a whole lot of offensive upside that is not being exposed
It's
right now.
because of
Yeah.
JoJo.
Yeah,
It's
I said,
because of
Coach,
JoJo. Oh, as your cook,
it's
your
really
cook test.
yeah, but what Tez get his phone together.
Yeah.
I know that kid got a lot of upside, offensive upside that's not being exposed, and I don't like it. But with that being said, again, some kids, again, knowing that, man, I can do a whole lot more, man. You're not letting me loose. He still rebound the hell out the ball, man. He still plays hard as all outdoors, which is going to be very beneficial for him on the next level. I don't know if he came in playing as hard as he does. I didn't watch him enough when he was in New Orleans or wherever he's from. But I know he plays hard. He don't stop. Even if he ain't scoring the ball, he's still going to get rebounds. He's still playing defense. Got a couple of big rebounds late in that game last night. So yeah. Then going to, let's see who else. Milo's. I'm just glad that we don't have to depend on him as a one. I think with Kingston kind of clearly defining that role as the number one option from a hierarchy standpoint, and then having Milos, or probably, I don't know, between him and Sharp being that second option, and then the other one being the third. I like that hierarchy, and that was a problem I had with last year's team. I just wasn't sold on 6'1" LJ Cryer being the number one option. It was just too off and on, and for me, I don't really care for small guards, if I'm being honest, being my number one option. So having a clear number one, a dude, yeah, that dude, man, it was 2 minutes left in that game. He dribbled the ball up the court. I think we were down three. I think we were down three or maybe two.
Mm-hmm. We were down
And he
two.
came right up. Petty was playing way too deep. I don't know. He was trying to, for whatever reason, trying to not allow them to get the ball to the high post. I can't remember who was there. And they basically doubled, and he let Kingston walk right into the three. A lot of kids playing for Samson ain't
it
even
was a
finna take that
screen.
three.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Mm-hmm.
you now.
It
A
had
lot of kids.
he was backing up because it was a screen there. So I'm guessing he thought Kingston was gonna come around the pick and roll, but he just walked right up and popped one.
And that a lot of kids playing for Samson, they ain't got the galls to take that shot, bro. They not gonna take that because if you miss, Samson gonna have a whole lot to say about it. The fact that, like I said, big shot taker, big shot maker, just stepped right into it. Boom, knocked it down. Then from that point on, he kind of led us home. You know what I mean? And I don't know, I think he got a little emotional at the end of that game. I think I saw him with a few tears or whatever. I like that kind of shit, man. Kingston is my kind of dude. 6'4".
Oh, he was
I
crying.
believe he got a little emotional at the end of that game, and I fuck with that. I fuck with that. We were talking about it last night. I don't know. For me, he in my top five, man. Y'all can tell me now. I know AJ number one clearly. I know Boozer somewhere in there, and I know DP in there. Still need to do my homework on DP, but I'm
Yeah,
trying to figure
go
out who
watch that
rounding out
last.
that
Go watch
top
that
five,
last
man.
game.
Huh?
Go watch that last game.
Yeah, but we can get on that. So I'll give you my take on Boozer. I'm not knocking Boozer like I told Jordan last night. I'm not saying he can't play, but I think there's a clear distinction between dudes that you can just drop on any team anywhere and they gonna fit, they gonna go get it, and another set of guys where yeah, he gonna be good, but he got to be in the right position with the right things around him. And I think Boozer fits in that second category. That's not a knock on him. That's not to say he can't play. But Boozer is a lot like his dad. Now, I don't have a problem with his dad. His dad, Carlos, could play, but he was still one of them guys that shit got to be around him. And so if we talking about number one dudes, I want the dude that, man, come on, man. Yeah, I want to call him something, but for the sake of the show, I'm going to leave that alone. But I got another word. He a motherfucker. I don't know if Boozer is a motherfucker. Boozer is a very good player. He's going to be a good role player, and
What
he
was
gonna fit in
A
well.
motherfucker
what
is
was the
And
funny
I'm
as
what
not
was the
saying he's
shit.
just
word that you
and I'm
censored?
not just saying straight role player, but I don't know if he one of them motherfuckers. And that's not a knock on him. I
Well,
swear that's
now I
not a
want to
knock.
know Because I don't
So
know.
What possibly could he have censored? That motherfucker
It's
was.
not. It's not a knock at all, bro. And people
yeah,
gotta be cool with
yeah.
that, bro.
That's what I'm saying, and that's again. I just he can be a top three pick, and he can help a team win. But some guys are like AJ. Shit, man, AJ one of them. I think just from what I watched for a half last night with DP, I still got to do my homework. He still looked like he was playing like a man amongst boys. He just looked like, man, I'm going half speed. I got a whole lot more in the tank, but I don't even need it right now, bro.
OG, I just
Y'all
gotta ask you one
All right.
question.
go
So
ahead.
now
I
you
think it's because
saying
he
now,
hurt, though.
now you see how good the band is, right? You still think he want to sit on that OKC bench?
That's a topic for another time. We can have that later on. But
Hey
I will
Ted,
say,
hey
but
Ted, come on,
I
talk
would
to
still
me,
say
Ted.
yes,
Come on,
because
man.
again, because I believe in being around good basketball. So y'all looking at it because, like I said before, y'all like to equate just because you get a lot of opportunity. I know some dudes in Houston 3, 4 years ago that got all the opportunity in the world. Jalen Green, Jabari Smith, Alperen Sengun, and a bunch of niggas that got a bunch of opportunity on a bad team with a bad coach, and it was detrimental to their health, basketball health. So opportunity doesn't always equate to developing faster. I think you can very much develop on a very good team, be in a structured environment, and still reach your heights. That's just my take on it. I don't believe just because, yeah, go put him on the worst team, go put him somewhere where he's just gonna get a whole bunch of burn and that's gonna make him better. I don't believe that's necessarily true. But
OG,
yeah, but
OG.
back to
Someone
U of
said
H right quick. I'm high on Kingston Flemings, man. I'm high on my team.
someone said to you something,
Um,
OG.
okay, who said
My
something?
bad. Someone said you got. I don't know if you're familiar with him or watched him, but someone said that you got Kingston over Acuff.
I like
The
A Cuff a
boy
lot too.
from Arkansas. If you
Yeah,
watch
from
the
Arkansas. I
Arkansas
like
game,
him
it's
a lot
different.
too. He
Okay.
one of them motherfuckers. He one of them motherfuckers too. So I don't have no I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you I might have to be a homer right here. Um, if I'm being honest with you, yeah. But I have I got a lot of respect for Acuff too.
Yeah.
I like Acuff a lot. I like him a lot. I think he one of them dudes too. So, but yeah, man, it's gonna be very interesting. I'm glad we're in conference play now. I can't wait till they make it their way to Fort Worth to play TCU. I'm definitely gonna be in the building in that for that game. But yeah, I like U of H, man. I like everything they had to do to. Samson still pissed me off every now and then, but yeah, I think overall it was a really good win. And that Tech team, I think they're gonna make some noise. Man, I don't think too many teams gonna want to play them. I like that. I like that trio of guards they got in there with top and down low. I like how they roll. So yeah, Tez, I don't know if
Quick
you
little
got
thing.
something.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
go
bad.
ahead.
All
It's
right.
crazy. It's crazy. You just said. I said that. I told Ev. No, was it Ever BJ like last week? I said, bro, I think Tech gonna be because I seen how they played against y'all, and I seen how they played against Duke. That, in March, you're not gonna want to see them, bro. Not early. Not in no Sweet 16. Not in no Elite Eight. They might send your ass home.
Yep.
They got everything they need, bro. And like you said, Toppin, one of the best. You said defensive players, which is I agree, but he's also one of the best players in the country as well. So
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
a trio of guards, you got a point guard like we said, Chris Paul, like that can also still go get a bucket. JT Toppin, you got Petty, you got the left-handed guy, and you got and if the I don't know if you've seen him last night, the Watts dude,
Yeah.
the light
Lawan.
skinned big man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if he give you something too, man, that gonna be a problem, bro. That ain't Tech ain't gonna be no team you want to see come March. They can make
Yeah.
a run. I don't depend on what side they on, who they matchups be, and who they can run into. They gonna they gonna make a run. I believe that. But to the game though, bro, it was a hell of a game, bro. OG pretty much said a lot of things that I was gonna say for real. Still not with the Tugler shit. I mean, it's 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 crazy what Chris does as a floater, like 11-11, easy. No, nothing is ran for him. He get all kind of garbage points, but I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know what Kelvin's. I've been saying this since week one though, so and it's nothing still has changed. So and I'm not the coach, so maybe Kelvin sees some other shit that I don't, and that's cool. Um, um, but Houston as a team, bro. I mean, yeah, like I mean, shit, I don't want to repeat what OG said, but I think that the trap started to fuck the game up a little bit. Like you said, you can't really do that with a good smart guard, bro. Like he was just picking that shit apart, and I feel like at times it worked, depending on who Texas Tech had on the court. But I feel like a lot of times it didn't work, and it led Tech to stay in the game. And you've seen in certain moments in the game, Houston was trying to pull away. Like they went up 4-5 a couple times. But I mean, when you entrap defense and shit, creating 4-on-3s, you know what I mean, you can allow teams to stay in the game. And I think as they was going up 4-5, they should have been trying to go up 10 and it stand from there. So Kingston Fleming, real deal though, bro. I don't know. I don't know, bro. Is him A cup? I don't know. I still don't have an answer. I don't. I like both of them. And
His mic went out, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Your mic went out a little bit, Tiz. Yeah, you super cook.
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of them guards. I don't like OG said, bro. I don't know. I don't have an answer. I think them. I had Michael, but Michael isn't playing games. He's hurt, and I don't know if everybody. There's rumors about him probably sitting out the rest of the fucking season. So I don't know how true it is, but that has been floating around for the past week. So I think that can hurt him a lot with these guards and these guards and the Christian Andersons and all these type of guards emerging. I don't think Christian Anderson go over him, but I'm just in general like a lot of guards are starting to emerge, bro, and I think it's gonna hamper him a lot. Um, but yeah, to me, um, at the DP, bro, I think A Cuff and Kingston, it's preference. It's whatever you want, bro. Like I think it's win-win to be honest. Whatever you prefer. Like you prefer Kingston, you prefer A Cuff, whatever you see different in them two, that's cool. And I don't think you're wrong if you pick either one, to be honest. But to me, that was a
I,
hell of a fucking game though.
yeah, I think whoever picked him, it's just going to be a matter of which personality you like more. What you know what I mean? Like I think it might come down to interviews and who say the right thing to your liking. Because just from a basketball standpoint, it's kind of hard to say, yeah, this one over that one. They both got what I look for in lead guards. So,
I think it's going. I
and
think
I
it's.
think lead guards are hard to find.
I think it's going to come down to that too. But it's also going to come down to who they just think looks better in their workout. Like when you have that pre-draft workout with that team, when you go to that team, who looks better? Who looks better in that workout? Who gets to their spot better? Who runs the pick and roll better? Who's knocking down shots a little better? Now, obviously, it's not the same as gameplay, but you seeing them head up in your facility, if that's in your facility or wherever it's at. I think it might come down to that. On top of like you just said, who you like better, and also their March Madness play as well. So I don't know, man. It's a good race, man. This is the deepest, if not the best draft class that I ever witnessed in my life since I've been alive. And
And
are you good?
I was gonna say one thing about that too. Now you got to consider because Kentucky was always, everybody know the history with Kentucky guards,
Mm.
and I don't know if it was Kentucky or if it was Calipari and Acuff over there with Calipari. So I don't know. That may weigh on some people's minds. You know what I mean? He has an eye for picking guard.
Oh yeah,
So,
nah. I mean, to be honest, to be real, it
Wait,
was.
what you
He's
mean? Hold on,
he's
I'm trying to
saying
catch it. I ain't trying to be funny. What you trying to
he's
say?
No,
saying
it's Cal. It's
he's
Cal,
saying
bro.
basically
It's Cal.
that the history of Kentucky guards are good guards slash all star slash star guards in NBA. They may lean Darius because he's coming from that Cal point guard tree. So he's saying like since Cal,
Oh,
so
okay,
yeah,
okay,
he's saying it
okay.
like that. So
That makes sense though.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense
yeah,
though.
And
yeah.
Nah,
and it
it's
was
Cal.
both, but it more so was Kyle. Like Kyle was getting the guys. Kyle was getting the one and done. Like bro, these niggas coming out of high school, they like that one and done shit. Like they fell in love with that one and done shit. To be honest, especially going to Kentucky or going to Duke or where Duke has some guys that return back, but going to Kentucky wherever Duke, wherever you go to, they fell in love with that one and done shit. And they honestly like it. Hey, we're gonna go to college. We're gonna go to Kentucky. We're gonna get coached by John Calipari. We're gonna be one of the better guards in the country, and he's gonna get us a first round. He's gonna make us a first round draft pick, or he's gonna get us drafted. Facts. He's gonna get us drafted. So why not go to Coach Cal in Kentucky? Now all that's gonna transition over to Arkansas. And he's gonna get them guys drafted, man. They're gonna play good basketball. So it is what it is. I think it was like a little 60-40, 60 Cal, 40 Kentucky. Because also was a blessing and an honor to put on that Kentucky jersey as well.
Yeah, I think the brand. Yeah, Cal is the boost, of course. Like, but the brand itself is holds weight. Like
Yeah,
Arkansas, and to your point, Arkansas is not a blue blood, but
yeah,
you have a blue blood led type coach that's now there. So you get an extra kick to it. it was Cal with when he recruits, when he brings in the draft shit, of course. But then you got Cal attached to Kentucky, one of the biggest brands in the country, if not the biggest brand. So what I mean? I would say 60-40. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to say all that shit was just Cal. Like I think it was a huge boost with Cal plus the Kentucky tag.
Man,
And
fuck that shit. That
Bro,
no, it
bro,
ain't no
stop,
60-40.
stop,
It's
stop what you're doing.
80-20, bro.
Stop what you're
It's
doing. Stop,
80-20,
80-20
bro.
is
bro.
crazy,
Stop,
bro.
bro.
It's
Y'all,
80-20,
y'all,
no,
bro.
y'all
bro.
disrespecting
The
Kentucky,
It's
school,
not.
the
bro.
school
Stop that,
wasn't
bro.
doing
It's not,
shit.
bro.
The
Stop
school
that,
was
It's
bro.
not
not,
doing
bro.
shit
It's
as
not, dude.
far as raising them kids as basketball players. Cal was doing that. We got to give Cal that credit, man. I don't
Yeah,
give a
because he's
damn if
the
Cal
coach.
was at
80-20 is
Navarro
crazy.
Junior College, nigga. He got an eye for talent. He got an eye for guards, and he has a way of bringing up guards and raising them in the right way.
He trust
Kentucky ain't got shit to do with that.
he trust all his guards, and he let his guards go win the game. That's why the guards be so
That
good.
nigga raised good guards, bro. That's more Cal to give Cal that credit. I don't give them that nigga was like I say, he could have been at Navarro Junior College up the road. That nigga got an eye for guards, bro, and he got a way of raising them in the right way to prepare them and get them ready for the next level. I was watching that deal with Austin Rivers and Tyrese Maxey yesterday, and he was talking about some of the stuff that how Cal kind of helped raise them. Cal know what the fuck he doing when it comes to identifying guards and raising them niggas the right way, bro. As basketball players, I ain't giving that to Kentucky. That nigga did that at any school, bro.
Man,
At any school.
no, that's not true, bro.
That's
That's
not
not
true
true.
What?
because
That's
Tell me how
not
Kentucky.
true, bro.
all the other
Tell me how the
recruits that
school
you get.
Kentucky
True, bro.
influenced how guards getting better. Tell me that.
Oh, you talking solely from a
Bro,
guard perspective? Like I'm talking about the team. Like, bro, you can have a good guard but a bad team. Though, OG, are you still like? Do you feel like they're going to get that same proper growth? If you a good guard on a
I'm
bad
not,
team
I'm
that's
not
putting up
talking about the
numbers,
team. I'm not talking about the team. I'm talking about his ability to identify good guards and what they look like
if you
and
want
rate.
to, if you want to keep it, I didn't know what you was coming from. If you want to keep
Yeah.
it from a guard
yeah,
standpoint,
Yeah,
then
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
different.
with you. I'm with
I
you.
was looking at it as
That's
Yeah,
where
Kentucky,
that's
I've been
different.
the
the
whole
No,
time.
team. Like I was looking at it like the team because
Yeah, yeah. I was
My
all
fault,
looking at
man.
it
My
just from
fault.
a
all them
guard
other
perspective.
players
Yeah.
come with the guards because it's Kentucky though. Like not just like you can say the guard go play for Coach Cal 100%, but the Julius Randles of the world, the Northern Wells, the Anthony Davises, and the big. Let's talk about the big, the cats, the guys that's not point guards, Devin Booker, things like that. They go because it's also Kentucky in itself. Like I want to make that very
I
clear.
get you. I give you that. I give you that. But what I'm saying is the school itself had nothing to do with those kids and who they ended up being, whether they guards or bigs or whatever. It was the coach. You got to give
Oh well,
Cal that
yeah,
credit.
yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
just
I
saying
mean,
that.
yeah, but you can say that. But you can say that. Okay, you can. That's true, nigga. You can say the same thing for Duke. Like what? It's the Coach K brand, but it's still you still have a Duke tag to it. That's where I'm coming from. Like I said, my
And
fault if
that's
we
a
was just
and
Our
that's a.
picking on
recruit, our recruiting ain't dropped off at
my
all,
fault,
brother. Some I don't know.
I'm just saying y'all talking
bro.
about 60-40. I'm just
But you
saying.
still, bro. That's not. Bro. Hold on, bro. Because we're not finna do this. Duke tag is still there. Duke staff is still there. John Shire came up off of Coach K.
Absolutely,
Kentucky got Coach K got it. I mean, not Coach K. We have a whole new fucking staff.
that's a
That
problem.
that's a
Sound like y'all got. It
that's
sound like y'all
that's a
shit
big.
fucked up, bro.
I'm not saying
Yes,
it's not, but I'm trying to set this shit straight because that's the recruitment. The recruitment is still gonna be the same. You got to also understand, Coach K, John Shire, and Jay Lucas and all them were assistants, right? Coach K don't go out and recruit all these niggas. It be the assistant coaches. So these
yeah,
niggas already be
Be right
having
back. Be right back.
relationships with with the assistant coaches, with the
facts.
all the other shit. But they
That's not
have
always true though.
relationships.
But that goes to the
That's a fact, bro.
program though. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that
but
goes
I'm
to the
saying the
program, bro.
product.
Like
Go ahead,
Yeah.
bro.
So
Bruh,
that
you're
goes
kind
to
of
the
making a
program.
point.
Like
these recruits have more of a relationship with the assistant coaches before the head coach. The
no,
head
yeah,
coach.
no,
Yeah,
yeah.
nobody's disagreeing with that.
No, I'm saying that's built though. Like that's the program we've built. We built that succession plan. We built assistant coaches built that relationship. We kept that continuity. Like that's the program. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the Duke brand. Obviously, Coach K spearheaded the Duke brand, but the Duke brand is going to continue being the Duke brand moving forward because we got a pipeline now. We kept a pipeline going. It seemed
Yeah,
like
and that's where
yeah,
I agree with you
yeah,
on.
yeah.
I think we fucked up letting the whole fucking staff go. When you
Exactly,
have
exactly.
when you have a whole staff leave, recruitment is going to change, whether where you at or not. Duke kept the all they did was move their assistants, and these niggas got a bigger role. That's all that happened. So the foundation will still be the same because
So you
nobody
proving my
left.
point then. So you proving my point. That's my point. That's my point. And my point is all that shit is gone now in Kentucky. So the product, as far as guys coming out and the guards and what they look like and how they gonna progress to the NBA, it won't be the same anymore. I'm attributing most of that to Cal, and I'm saying all of that. I'm giving when y'all say 60-40, I'm not giving the school that much credit. I'm giving Cal, his staff, and the people that were around him at that point in time the credit for how those kids came out and how they materialized as players in the NBA. So I think, and so if you want to say, well, no, Kentucky, that's 60-40. Nah, hell no. Hell no. Because if that's the case, then
Also,
you should
but I
still
think, bro,
start
I
seeing
think it's
similar
different, bro.
products coming out of Kentucky at this
I
time.
think it's different though. I think it's different. I'm gonna tell you why it's different. And I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way. But the Dukes of the world, the Kentuckys of the world, the North Carolinas of the world, yes, the coaching staff is what prepares you. But you have all these niggas who are being recruited, do interviews, and growing up now, not no probably not no more because of the NIL shit and niggas just be money chasing and money hungry. So before all this shit was legal, you see every one of these top recruits in they fucking interviews say what? My favorite school growing up was Duke, Kentucky, or North Carolina. So the brand is still the brand. Now niggas don't talk like that no more because now niggas just chasing money. But during that time when Coach K's and John Calipari's and what's dude name? Not Hubert. Roy Williams. When Roy Williams was all the niggas was there. These niggas schools coming up were them three schools. The coaching was just a bonus added to the brand. These niggas' favorite schools coming up are no longer Duke, Kentucky, or North Carolina. They will go any fucking where else in the country now because of the money. You don't times have changed. So if you want to keep it from a guard standpoint, I'm not even disagreeing with you. I actually agree with you. Cal is the breed of that. Cal breeds guards on top of the brand. So I will give more leeway to Cal on that because he's the coach. But now, like I said, with the Duke shit, bro, it's they did a hell of a job. That's why they recruiting ain't took a hit. Nigga, there's nobody new there. It's the only nigga that left was Coach K, OG. Everybody, John Shire got a boost. Jay Lucas, he left, but he went to go take a head coaching job. They foundation was set, bro. Our whole so what I'm saying is think about nigga if John Shire left. Think about Jay Lucas left. Think about the other assistants left. Would you still think it would be the same? The brand will still be there, but it will still take a hit. We took it. Our whole staff left, bro. Recruitment was going to change no matter how we liked it or not. Fuck the brand.
I
You
think we're
don't even
saying
have
the
the
same
same
thing in
staff there.
different ways. I think we're saying the same thing in different ways.
Yeah, I
'Cause
think y'all are.
yeah.
Cause I think I don't know. Cause I don't know. Did Cal have those type of guys where like he bringing former players back to be coaches. He's grooming guys to potentially be have a significant role moving forward with Kentucky. Was he
Yeah, Kenny Payne went to Louisville. You know,
Mhm.
but they fired his ass.
Yeah,
Um, Cal ended up going to Arkansas.
yeah,
Uh, uh, the Martin nigga that was there, he went to Georgia,
yeah.
but he came back with Cal now. Like, yeah, he niggas then branched off, but they didn't fucking around and found their way back to Cal as them niggas getting fired because they are assistant coaches. You are a
No, no. What I'm
recruiter.
saying is,
Yeah, but no, but
was there?
Duke, no, but I think you're
What
missing
I'm
the
saying
point
is
though. You're
yeah,
missing the point.
Duke built a culture of, how can I put it? Yeah, guys leave and take head coaching jobs and shit. But for the most, unless you go on and leaving and taking a head coaching job, there is a clear emphasis and has been from early 2000s for real with Coach K, even before that, but really early 2000s of the dudes are staying involved in the program, on the staff, former play, all that type shit. Like it, it seemed like the culture at Kentucky was more of a, and this is not a bad thing because this is how y'all put so many players in the league. It was more of like a hired gun culture. Whereas it could be due to the nature of the players that y'all were recruiting earlier on versus in his tenure versus the type of players that Coach K was recruiting and how we built our program and how we wanted to play and the type of players we wanted and all that type of shit. But it seemed like y'all were more hired guns and like we were more Like this is the Duke
Sustainability.
culture.
It's
Yeah,
just
this
the
is the Duke
stability thing.
culture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Cause
yeah.
you see,
I
cause
mean,
you see niggas.
I see that.
Yeah, you see niggas
Like,
playing for Duke, and then the next couple of years you see him on the bench. You see him on the bench for a minute. It was
Mhm.
like, and it was just like a role. Just like
Yeah,
they would always keep
yeah.
assistants that played there on the bench. So basically, we're gonna keep saying the same shit. What we do is not gonna change very much. Everybody here has heard the same shit, starting out from Coach K, Shy, and all the other guys that you see on the bench. They played for Duke. Whereas with Coach K, it might be a nigga he coached at some point, you know what I mean? And then they may go jump around, but with Duke, it's always a Duke nigga right on the side of the head coach. And you can see when Coach K was on his way out the door how close Shire was. I mean, you
Yeah,
already
yep,
knew what was about to happen. You
yep,
saw the
yep.
rollover. So that's just they. I think theirs is more of a sustainability deal as opposed to Coach K. It's just like, all right, the next nigga up. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think and again that goes to me again. That goes to the point I was trying to make earlier. I think that's more attributed to the coaches that are in place than it is the school that is in place. I think the school has very now you the school has something to do with getting the person there. I've always wanted to go there. I saw them play. I love this guy that when he went there. Okay, that helped him get there. But as far as growing the kid, yeah, I'm giving that all to the
And,
coach.
and I'm gonna say this other thing too, because I think I do agree with like it is Coach K, but I think the difference is Coach K as far as like the modern day these kids nowadays and like how it's ended up. Like Duke, I think Duke might be one of the two or three where these kids do that name holds
The
weight.
brand matters for them still. It still matters for them.
Outside of
Yeah.
anything, like outside even with the NIL, Duke is Duke. Like the Duke brand has like a mystique and a luster. I think some of these other blue bloods are not falling off to that extent, but it's not the same. I don't think it's Duke, and I'm not just saying it because I'm a fan. Because I'm a fan of
Nah,
Duke.
it,
Like, I
they
don't think
fell
it's the
off, bro.
same.
No, you're right. You're
Because
right.
it's like
I'm not
you
a
gotta
fan of
think about
I'm
it,
not a
right? Go ahead, D-Mac.
no, I was just saying as a pretty neutral observer when it comes to this landscape, like it, your Tez is 100% right. Like they're just going to take the money from anywhere. But there are very few brands in college sports that still hold that weight, and Duke basketball is one of them. Like that is a very real thing that still exists. Like I guess in football, Ohio State, Oregon, the argument about Alabama post Saban is going to be an interesting one. But like that is a very tough thing to hold on to. But the transition that Duke has been able to make by keeping the Coach K assistants and that pipeline around that I think Woods is speaking to has allowed them to still hold weight and the recruiting trail that is obviously very difficult to do in the modern landscape. So I think that is something to speak to as far as that aspect is concerned. It's a little bit different from OG's point about the guard specific development under Calipari for sure, but I understand the overarching point as far as Duke kind of does separate itself in that standpoint.
And then you gotta think about it, bro. Growing up, realistically, you didn't really want to go to Kentucky growing up. Like, yeah, cool, they getting all the 5 stars, but it's like, bro, I gotta go to Duke. I gotta wear that D on my jersey. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go to North Carolina. It's like you gotta go to a top tier school.
Yeah, because it's
But
like Cal.
Cal is guard, bro. Cal is all guards, and
Yeah,
I'm standing on that shit. Can't change me off. That is 100% him, 0% the school, bro. Matter of fact, I give you 5% to school because just because you can
yeah,
look in the NBA and be like, oh, he sent this person to the league, he sent that person to the league. Cool, but majority of that is him, not the school, bro.
because you got to look at the personalities of the coaches too. Like Coach cal person, we all don't even got to describe. We all know Coach Cal. Like he out in front, he doing interviews. He's a public figure in and of himself. Coach K wasn't really that, bro. Like Coach K, he was known because Team USA. He was just a really damn good fucking coach, but he wasn't this public figure with this Cal mystique. So I think Cal when he with Kentucky kind of, I'm not gonna say he became bigger than the brand because that's a blue blood. Like that's one of the biggest best blue bloods ever. But he was damn near alongside that shit. Whereas like K kind of built the brand because before him, like he is Duke, like he built Duke to what it is. But he is weird because he kind of built it, but his personality wasn't something where he was up out front like, yeah, I'm Coach K, I'm Coach K, I'm Coach K type shit. It's just different. It's just a different dynamic. It's like he built the
I
brand and
think
took a backseat to the brand, which
And then
is
Coach
weird.
K, the
But
thing about Coach K, right? He not front line like that, but when them doors close, he right there on your ass.
yeah.
And that's another thing. Cause like, cool, you can have all the talking to the parents and all the interviews and all that, like where all the cameras on. But when the cameras is off and it's time to lock in, I'm gonna be there for you.
All right. But one last thing before we get over to the NBA real quick, and great conversation around college basketball to start the show today for this first hour and a half. Just quickly, just Darren Peterson. Darren Peterson in Kansas came back. Bro, they were down like 84-73 or something like that.
Hey, bro,
Well, like I don't even know how that was even possible, bro. To be honest,
bro,
but they reached a 16-point deficit. They got to win 104-100. The last we saw of Darren Peterson in regulation was the second to last time was where they went down 11. Turnover happened. He asked to be subbed out, and then he came back in to shoot a late 3-point attempt. Got fouled, made all 3 free throws. Did not play a second in overtime. He finished at 32 minutes, 32 points, 8 for 18 from the field, 3 for 8 from 3, 3 for 15 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block with 4 turnovers. Just when he plays, he looks like why he was one of the highest ranked guys, period, in the class. And it's simple put. I mean, it's gonna be a hard time if I'm a GM or owner, whatever, head coach, and I have the number 1 pick, and I'm a guard needy team. It's gonna be hard for me to pass on Darren and take AJ and hope that I can get that point guard in my future. To be honest, it's tough, man. They are 1-2 for me easily. I wonder how Goods feels about the situation now, especially with the way AJ been playing basketball, even Boozer playing good basketball as well. But this is just, you heard Jordan and OG and Ted and whoever speak to Flemings and speak to A-Cup and speak to Caleb Wilson and things like that. Like, there's gonna be a really good top 7, really top 10 NBA draft coming up. Darren Peterson, and Kansas got a much needed conference win, because they could have went to 1-2 in 0-2 in conference play. I'm sorry, and 10-5 on the season. So sitting at 22 rank right now, they got the win over TCU, big comeback victory, and it's pretty much all I got to say about that one before we head over. Anybody got any word they want to add?
So I'm sorry to clarify this, but I had seen some of it. I hadn't had a chance to read into it more. So he left the game due to a minutes restriction in
they
what's it
said he
called?
wasn't on one.
Okay, so the coach said that he wasn't on one. So but he didn't play in overtime?
Nah, he wasn't on the court in overtime. I don't understand that situation, to be honest. I
It's
don't.
weird, bro.
Yeah,
It's weird, bro.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
I've seen it. I've seen it
It's a
floating
minute.
around. I watched the game because I
He
wanted
was
to see him play.
he was really hurt, bro. He checked
Yeah.
He was hurt.
himself out the game.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
he was
he
hurt though.
Bill Self didn't sub him. He checked himself out.
yeah.
Because he was hurt though.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously I unfortunately have to interact with a lot of KU people. I've seen a lot of them frustrated with this situation, and I
Yeah,
didn't have a chance to dig into what happened exactly.
but
Okay.
I was telling hold on. I told fucking I told Wes, Jordan Woods, and Tez this Joe F. I'm like, bruh, if you look at this guard class, and you be like, damn, I need one of them. It's like you can easily give up what you have and go get one of them, bruh. If you
Yep.
feel confident that one of them is better than what you have right now.
Yep. I agree.
And it's the same thing like the Hawks, like
I said that yesterday. I
like the
think
Hawks don't
Kingston.
need a guard. Like they don't really need a guard because I don't need to go into that, but they don't need a guard. But like, say for instance, they need a guard. They'll be like, oh, we're gonna get off Trae. We see DP coming up. We're gonna do this, that, and the third, and we're gonna try to make sure we get either DP or Michael, bro. We need one of
Bro,
them young
imagine the
guards.
Hawks getting fucking DP or fucking Kingston, bro. Like,
You see what I'm saying? Like,
come on,
yeah,
man.
shit tough, bro.
I told OG last night, and I'll speak to the DP shit after. But I told OG last night and Jordan too. Kingston, of course, DP. Like we ain't like he. I don't even like.
Yeah, that's not
He
even
don't
him.
even.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I don't speak on him and other niggas like as far as the
the
guards. I don't
ranking
speak.
start after him.
Yeah, like I don't even like. Yeah, we know that. But as far as Kingston is one of them type of niggas. I don't know. Do you agree with this? And I told OG and Jordan, but I think Kingston one of the niggas you trade up for to go get. Like I think you give up little pick or whatever to move up and go get him. I don't think everybody is like that. They come out of these drafts like, you don't have to trade up to go get him.
It's
I
not a
think
knock.
Kingston is one of those guys, bro.
Yeah, this is not a knock to Rob at all. But the way Minnesota had a point guard needing a playmaking need alongside and they traded for Rob, Kingston the type of guy that he should be. He should have been the one that not obviously.
We appreciate that draft pick too, Minnesota. Thank you.
That's the type of guy you trade up for. Like if you a team out there, and you need a point guard, you need a playmaking need, and you need a guy to be a point guard in your future. Go get him. Like Minnesota thought Rob was. I think I saw a rumor. I don't know if it's true, but I saw that they opened trading Rob. And deep down,
Jake L. Fisher put that out today.
Yeah, they probably are to be
Probably,
honest.
yeah.
But yeah, Minnesota did that, and I don't blame any team that will go out there and do it for Fleming, do it for A Cup, etc. JT said Darren was cramping. Okay, so Darren was cramping. That's why he came out.
Mm-hmm.
That JT nigga be locked in on college hoops, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
No, that was a nigga. That was a great watch. I'm not gonna lie. That was an amazing watch.
It was a great watch.
Better than any NBA game last night.
Now you understand?
I'm cool. I'm cool on them combos, bro.
What's his injury, bro? Darren Peterson.
It's like a groin
hammy.
Ooh, shit.
Growing hammy, yeah.
Soft tissue injuries, bro.
But he played his last 2 games. Yesterday he came out though now because of just cramps. So that's probably why he came back in to shoot them 3 free throws and also the potential game winning attempt that he missed. But yeah.
Is he inefficient when he shoots from the field?
No.
50 from the field.
He's
too good, bro.
He's a tough shot maker, bro.
I ain't watched that nigga boy one time.
You want a 3, you want a mid range, you want to get to the basket, whatever you want, he can do it.
But
how tall is he?
Like 6'6", 6'5".
Bro, he's a pro. He's built in a lab, bro. Like,
He's a pro.
He's built in a fucking lab.
But it's like every time I do watch him though, I think he has to be unleashed, bro. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I know he probably will go play it. I don't want him to play point guard, bro. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want him to play because I think you're hampering him. I think you're limiting him because it's gonna be times, bro. They're just gonna want to get him off the fucking ball, like, and it's gonna hamper and limit to what he really can be and unleash, like, you know what I mean? To go get the 2025s, but him playing point guard and being so ball dominant, bro. I don't know, bro. I want him to get off the ball, bro. I want him to get off the ball. I want him to come around them screens. I want him to come around them, do them flares, them pin downs. I want him to be that, like, because to me, when I watch him, if he's that, bro, this is a 20-point per game score, easy, like not easy, and he don't shoot bad shots. He's not a bad shot taker. More times than not, the shot is falling. So I feel like you can unleash him in that type of role, whether he just a solely point guard, you know what I'm saying, get other niggas involved. And he can do that, but I just don't know if you can really unleash him playing point guard. I don't.
I think you can. I think you can.
He scored too fucking good, bro. Like, I just let him go get bucks, bro, and facilitate off that rather than facilitate first and score second. Like, he scored, bro. He's a professional player, bro. Like, legit though. Like, he's a legit. He a
professional bucket getter, bro.
Yeah, but I like him with the ball in his hand. So I don't want a point guard.
I'm not saying he came back. He gonna have the ball in his hand.
That's what I'm saying. Just let him start off with it. If he's good enough to make good decisions with the ball, just give him the ball. The same way, kind of similar to what they're doing with Keontae over there. Like, let him be on the ball. Because the only reason why I wouldn't want him to do that is if he couldn't make good reads and good decisions with the ball in his hands. But if he can do that, just start with the ball in your hand and just make the play, make the basketball play. I'm giving you the green light. Here go the keys. Go get one or go get somebody else one. I want him in that position.
I ain't really too mad at that comp. That's low key. That's low key a good comp.
Yeah,
good comp.
Yeah.
Because Keontae was like, it's like when he was off the ball, it's like, oh, Keontae's a bust. Keontae's a bad pick. This, that, and the third. But now when he got the ball in his hand and he's making plays, it's like, oh my goodness, Keontae is really like that. We really need him on
with the ball. Yeah, you can trust him. Some niggas you can't get the keys to.
Yeah, that's a good point. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's definitely fair. That nigga's a hell of a fucking player. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I just that's literally it. It's nothing about his game to me. Like,
Is he breaking up
the
for y'all?
nigga,
Just
Yeah.
No, it's cool. You just gotta know what he's saying.
my fuck, I didn't hold on to you.
You just gotta know what he's saying.
Y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say, yeah, DP is a hell of a player, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I just question his health. Like, I lingering hamstrings, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. That's tough, bro. And you know what I mean. You could see it. You could see it even when he watching the game. And I know he didn't had 30 something points, but you can tell his movement on the court, bro. He don't really want to plant too hard. He don't want to. You know what I mean. He can't really cut for real, and that's the only thing I question, bro. But the nigga is a hell of a fucking player, bro. I wouldn't be mad if he go one. I think he's very deserving, to be honest. Like, he's
It's just it all depends on where the ball drop, bro. Where the ball drop. Where the ball drop. Because if the Pacers somehow get number one,
day one. He's day one, real deal. Day one.
Yeah.
Like, first practice, first he's starter, ball in the hand. Yeah, day one. No question about it. Don't even overthink it.
For sure. Like I said, it just all depends on where the ball drop. Because if the Pacers get them, they're not getting a DP. But if the Wizards get one, they'll get them. Or like if the Nets for sure. Because it's like, who is Cam Thomas?
I think that we
every
would
single team.
because they still want to make Igor have the ball. So I would be afraid in that instance that they may go away and go to AJ. But
Yeah.
I don't know. But you know,
every single team,
those would be great problems to have, in my opinion.
every single team that's probably projected in the top 5 right now will take a guard over a wing. Because I think Darren and AJ is top 2. So I'm just gonna put it like that. I think Darren. That's why. Let me just make sure I'm speaking facts. I hear what D-Mac just said too, but like, let me just look at these outside of the Pacers. By the way, the Pacers I think will take AJ, but the Hawks will take Darren. The Kings 100% will take Darren. The Wizards will take Darren. Utah, they're not in the top 5 right now,
Kings.
so I'll hold off on the Utah. Yeah, I wouldn't want nobody to go in that King situation either. And
the King, bro. If you get drafted by the Kings, you're gonna be terrible.
And the Wizards would take Darren too. So I do think the Pacers would take AJ or Boozer. Let me just throw it out there. And then when I'm not speaking to Utah because they're not top 5. But if Utah was top 5, I think they would look at AJ 100% over Darren as well. So damn, Keontae, Ace, AJ. Wait, do y'all like Ace and AJ? I don't know.
Yeah. They play two different. They play two different positions though.
I don't know about Ace and AJ on the same team.
Keontae, Ace, and AJ. No,
Ace don't need the ball though. So
that's what I'm saying.
The ball is in AJ and Keontae hands at all times.
He can actually
you have Ace coming up with screens and shit. He don't. If AJ go there, bro, the ball is not in Ace hands, bro.
Is Lloyd Markkanen still there though? Is Lloyd Markkanen still there?
No. Markkanen's gone. He's gone.
I think Markkanen will be gone if they get AJ.
He's gone.
What were Jordan? What was you gonna say? And then I'll give my thoughts on it.
No,
you said you were thinking about other things.
Yeah, the other end of the court, and little and intangible shit. Like I'm cool on Keontae, Ace, and AJ, respectfully.
It's Utah, bro. We play to have
that
fun.
Shit
we don't play to win.
vibes, bro. I don't know if that give like we.
That's what I just said. We play to have fun, bro. We're having fun. I don't care to win.
It's a fair question. I don't know. I would be very interested to see if you could turn, and I don't know if this would happen, but if you could turn Ace into just a superstar athlete and have him work off of everything advantage wise, and then be be able to work on the defensive end of the floor that he does need to continue to get better at. I would like to see that if he was a third option offensively. I don't know if he's got the maturity to do so, of course. That'd be the question, but I think that would be extremely fun if it obviously fell into place that way.
I think that's fair. I don't what you said. I think that's more because is can he do it? Yes, but I think the last part you said was definitely facts. I think it's a mental thing, bro. That'd be real mental for him. You know, having somebody do something they never did in their whole fucking life, just being like a Swiss Army knife athlete type of player that I never did it in my whole life. That's a maturity thing, and I think that would be the biggest question. Are you mature? Are you mentally strong enough to take this type of role and changing your game around? I don't know. That is a
But
fair
see,
question. I don't know.
That's what
but
makes
now look at
professionals.
him, look at him,
But
look at
see,
him, look at him right now though. It's no difference between him right now and him
Yeah,
doing
he a
that.
Swiss Army knife now.
but see, yeah, and so to me,
That's why I think I would
to
be
me,
encouraged that I think it could happen. That's why I would be
yeah,
encouraged that it could happen.
I mean, it needs to happen, right? Because everybody ain't one of them. And I think we talking about, I got a dude on my team. He had to do that. A man, he had to do that. Shit, he been the best player on every team he ever played on. He had to become a Swiss Army knife for the betterment of the team. You got to
And
be a professional.
he took the role. He took the role well. I mean, and he's flying in it. So it's like
Yeah.
I think Ace could do it, bro, because he's literally doing it right now with marketing, bro. You switch marketing, you put the banster right there, and it's like, bro, them three go sit down in the room and be like, bro, we about to have fun with this. Whatever happens, happens. We gonna have fun with this, and I think they'll all buy in. It's like, why not? You got three dogs with Keontae, Ace, and fucking dude. It's like, bro, they gonna have fun, bro. With the
But see,
banter,
that's where
In
somebody would
theory, you
have to
could
be real honest with Ace and just let him know. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to put the kid down on that, but where can you go at on which of the 30 teams can you go be the man at? Which of the 30 teams can you go on and I'm gonna ask this question, be the second option? I mean, somebody gonna have to be real with him, right? And you got to buy into this role for the betterment of your whole career. This is what it looked like. And that's not a
okay.
knock to you, nigga. You can be in the league 15 years, making a
I'm
bunch
saying,
of money, playing a prominent
to,
role.
but to BJ and D Mac point too. I don't know if I don't know if it will be. He's doing it now, so it's like you just gotta. I think you just gotta get better in that type of role. Like, you know what I mean? It's gonna take time because the nigga never done it. But if
Yeah.
you get AJ the Bancer, nigga, like, nigga,
That's what I'm
this is
saying.
right on the this is
Look who
right on
I'm
the wall,
playing with,
OG.
bro.
Like, nigga, there is no conversations. This is what you're going to have to do. There is no conversations.
Yeah.
AJ go get double, right? I get open shots. I'm not gonna take the 20 shots I want to take, but I'm still gonna take a cool 10 to 15 shots. I'm gonna get my shots up. Marketing is gone. So who else gonna take the shots? It's only two people gonna take the shots, and that's AJ and Keontae.
All
So I
right.
feel like that's a dub, bro. That's a dub.
We're gonna wrap that conversation up right there, and spend the next hour and a half on some NBA basketball. I do want to remind y'all though, really quickly, if you are in here, please make sure you all fill out a fact and stats playoff pick'em bracket. Make sure y'all fill out a fact
I
and
need to
stats
do that.
playoff pick'em bracket. I'm just dropping that link right now in this Twitch chat. I'm dropping it right now in the YouTube chat, and then I'm also going to drop it right now in the Discord chat. I saw Low put one in. I saw D-Mac put one in, to name a few. Chan, I think, out as well, just to name a few. If you are in here and you want to join the party, why not? The winner will get a free Facts and Stats shirt and or Humble Up, whatever y'all prefer. Next, we're going to transition over to the National Basketball Association with some big news. I'm going to pass it to Z-Farm. The Atlanta Hawks and Trae Young pretty much came to a mutual agreement. Hey, you don't fit where we're going. We play better basketball without you. We're open to trading you. It's really just that simple. And I'm pretty sure Trae was like, okay, I understand. I enjoyed my last 8 years here as well. And I'm looking forward to a new destination. I always tell y'all, when players get traded, star players, superstar traders get traded, it's always after year 7, always after year 8. Be on the lookout for Ant. Trust me. Be on the lookout for guys like Ant. He ain't gonna be in Minnesota forever. Like them guys gonna be going. They go, y'all. I'm telling you, they go.
And we prepared for that. That's why we got that pick. So as soon as he leave, thank you, Tank.
We prepare for that, brother. Chill. We want Ant in Miami, bro. But John Morant, another example.
I
John
care about
Morant,
the pick, bro. You can have him.
Zion. They all approaching that year 7, year 8. So mainly Ja and Zion will probably be the next two. If I'd have had to guess,
They need to go play together again.
That's just talking about stars, bro. You talking about John.
Low
See,
end
that's that
stars. They low
disrespectful shit,
end. They
bro.
low
I
end,
ain't going
man.
there
They
though.
low
That's
end,
that
man.
disrespectful shit that y'all be
Yeah,
on,
they
bro.
low end
And that's
stars, man.
sad.
They still start. Come on, man. Come on, man.
That's sad.
Go get back together. Let your daddy coach. Man. Go ahead
Hide
on.
the fucking phones and guns, bro.
But yeah, Z Farm, my brother, your team is one of the teams that is linked to Trae Young. How do you feel about that potential acquisition? He's expected to be traded sooner rather than later, and also Anthony Davis is expected to be traded by the trade deadline as well, per Chris Haynes. So we'll chime in on AD right after Trae Young. But
San Antonio, pick up the phone.
how do you feel about Trae Young potentially in DC, Z Farm?
I mean, it's a win-win situation for us. If we make this trade, which everything I'm seeing, it's leaning towards Trae Young becoming a Washington Wizard as soon as next week. Um, I would be ecstatic. Apparently the cost is only C.J. McCollum and another player, whether that would be A.J. Johnson. I've seen Corey Kispert in some mocks, but I've seen A.J. Johnson in a lot of the, I'd say, more serious trades. Um, but yeah, this trade really it's a very buy low trade for us, and that's all it is. This team, it would we would have to pay Trae. He wouldn't. I don't think he would take the player option with us for 46 million. So, um, giving him an extension and getting McCollum's contract off the books, getting Middleton's contract off the books next year, we would have 50 million to build around the young guys that we have plus Trae. I think it would be a good move for us this year specifically because we're winning a lot of games recently. I'll speak on that. I guess we're talking about the schedule later. But we're looking good. We just need that guy, and I don't know if Trae is that guy, but it's an opportunity to see if we bring in a guy like Trae Young, who's an all-star caliber guy. He's averaging 19 and 9 this season. That's something the Wizards need as a point guard. They don't have a point guard. They have a lot of shooting guards. They have Trey Johnson, Bob Carrington, a lot of shooting guards, small forwards. They need a point guard to unlock development. For guys like Bilal and Sar. Sar, I think, would benefit the most from this specifically. So I'd love this trade if it were to happen. I don't think it's a lose for us. You're only losing C.J. McCollum, who's expiring anyway, and A.J. Johnson, who's our fourth string, or fourth. I said fourth string, fourth on the depth chart. So, we would lose nothing from this, and this is something that the Wizards need to advance and take the next step, as I was talking about in the offseason in our rebuild. So, yeah, I'd be ecstatic for this.
Yeah, I
Hey,
would.
I just
Yeah, I was.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I don't even, maybe I should look up the word, but what does, and I'm not trying to be funny, but what does the word purgatory mean? Does that kind of mean like stuck in the middle?
Yeah.
Believe so.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just
Like
and
limbo.
I'm not even trying to troll or whatever Z form, but I mean, didn't you just see how that shit worked out in Atlanta? And you talking about this because this is exactly what. Now, if you talking about a bridge, I'm okay with it. But if you talking about competing, I think all this does is put y'all right in the middle of nowhere. Respectfully, and I'm not trying
But
to hate. I'm
OG,
not trying.
Hold on, he said Z
We
Farm.
just
Hold
saw
on,
this
bro.
whole thing played out in Atlanta. The same things. It's really no different. So what's going to be different about your situation versus what just happened in Atlanta with Trey Young?
I 100% agree, and that's why I said this is a very buy low, low risk, in my opinion, reward. Because if it doesn't work out, then you can move on from him. In my opinion, if it
How many
does,
years
then
does he have left?
he's up after this
he's
year. So
looking. Yeah, he's looking for a long-term contract. I think he has
Oh,
2 years.
okay.
It's like a 1+1 or something like that. He wants
Hey,
long-term security.
Okay, all right. So long as I'm thinking as long as you got the
I
opportunity to get from under it. I don't
I
know
yeah,
about getting rid of your draft pick from this year, Johnson. I like
no
him a
no
whole lot,
no
but I don't
AJ
know.
AJ Johnson, not Trey.
no,
Oh, okay. All right, all
Trey's
right, all
staying.
right,
So
all right.
The
Okay,
AJ,
my
and
yeah,
bad.
then
so
All right,
that's
all
why
right.
probably that.
I actually I know Z Farm agree with you. I actually disagree with you. This is not the same situation at all. Trey Young had to build Atlanta up. Trey Young is not going to be looked at to build DC up. He's going to help them guys build up together. Sar, Trey Johnson, Bilal, and so forth, and Keyshawn George, and so forth. So it's not a situation where Trey Young is getting drafted in the top five, obviously with the Luka trade, and he's the end all be all. It's starting with you, it's ending with you. Now, on most nights, if not some nights, it's going to be Alex Sarr, who's playing good basketball as of late, Trey Johnson, who's playing good basketball as of late, Bilal, Keyshawn as well, with a plethora of young guys around Trey Young to help. And his job is just going to step in, knock down shots, playmake, which he's been one of the better playmaking guards and also one of the better guards when it comes to a pick and roll screen aspect in the league since he's been drafted. And that's going to help elevate Alex Sarr. That's going to help get Trae Johnson easy looks. And they do need a point guard that's going to help playmake in that instance, in that standpoint. And after that, there's also going to build the team around, the team chemistry and the locker room because they're going to be winning more games. I think I could be wrong. I think they're 5-2 over their last 7. Is that right?
Yeah,
they've
been winning
6-4 over the last 10. So I love the idea that they end up being a better team over the second half of the season.
Well, I don't want to go too far with that part though, because I do want them to still sort of.
They need that pick.
Yeah, they need that pick. I want them to sort of kind of maintain within this.
Go ahead.
I was going to say,
it's not going to change.
This is something that. I can't. The league don't reward losing in this, and that's something that I've learned. Last year we should have had a top 3 pick. They screwed us with 6. This team, the NBA does not reward losers, and with this draft system. So I don't care if we're in the top 3. I don't care if we're in the top 5. To me, it doesn't matter. Wherever we land is where we land. If we're a number 1, if we somehow fall back to 1 or a top 3 team, we're gonna get screwed anyway. So to me, it doesn't matter.
I do.
If we're that 4 or 5.
You think they're still gonna be right around there, Ev? Though
I want to say this real quick before Jordan Woods asks a question. If this is accurate, they're 20-25 right now. Even if they get Trae Young, they're not going to finish over 500 this season or get to 500 this season.
No,
so it's really not.
No,
it's really not going to be.
Not sure.
Yeah, they're going to be within the lottery regardless. So I'm okay actually.
Yes. Yeah, but I'm saying they're going to fall.
We do have to finish in that top 8 spot because New York does own a protection on it. So so we would. And I do. This is why I made a joke last night. I said if Trae were to come here, he probably would have a injury, and I put that in quotations, and he would be out for a while, and they'd probably just bench him. So I don't think it were to be a full commitment to Trae this year. I think it would be more of see what you got with him for a couple games, and then commit to the tank in March and after the deadline, really. So. But yeah, I think that's the direction. It's a good direction. This team and this organization, this is the same ownership or not ownership, general manager that signed off in the Paul George trade. This is the same general manager that drafted J-Dub. This is the guy I trust in Will Dawkins, and he's made the right move so far. And if he were to trade for Trae, I would trust him at 100%.
But this is why I'm mad at what OG was talking about with the Atlanta shit. Bruh, I think Sarr is one of the best rim protectors in the NBA. I get Clint Capella when they went on it. That's a similar Clint Capella when they went on that conference final stretch. He was like this similar defense. So if you put a legit defense around Trae Young, I think you can maximize wins when it comes to nigga, it's the Washington Wizards. Nobody's expecting them to win the championship. The standards are everywhere is not the same, just respectively. If they get out of round 1, that's a hell of a season for the Wizards. If they make the playoffs, they a gritty team and they start putting it together, Sarr play better, Bilal, they got George, they got a first round pick, maybe get a wing player again. Nigga, there's a pathway for them to be competent and be a very solid situation.
Well, y'all keep on investing in 5-10 point guards that get buckets if you want to. I hope my team never does. I don't want no part of that. Y'all can have it.
You look at basketball. You look at basketball a certain way, which I respect that. That's just not reality. You can put defensive.
If it ain't reality, tell me the last time a 5'10" nigga led somebody anywhere.
What do you mean led? He's not expected to win a chip.
Okay, so
Trae Young got to the Eastern Conference Finals. He got to the conference finals.
A few years ago, Trae Young led this team to the Eastern Conference Finals.
What are we talking about?
Okay, y'all got it. But for me and my money, don't go get me now, nigga under 6 foot tall, talking about being the best player on my team. I don't want it. I don't want it. We can look at basketball differently. I don't want that. Now, if you telling me he's gonna be the third, if you telling me Trae Young, I'm getting him and he's gonna come over here and he's gonna be my third option, okay, we can have a conversation. If you telling me I'm going to get him, he's gonna be my number 1 option, and I don't want
offensively, he's the number 1 option. The ball's gonna be in Trae's hands. You might want to say third best player when it comes to this guy might be more impactful. That's a different conversation, but he's gonna be the number 1 option. Especially offensively.
When I look at basketball, everything always comes back to how it's going to impact winning. That's the only thing I care about. I want to know how it's going to impact winning.
He's one of the best floor raisers. He impacts winning. He will floor raise your
All right,
bottom
all
team
right,
key
Like
all right.
OG,
Jordan
to
Wood,
win
what you
how
about
many
to?
games
45
out
Jordan,
games.
Jordan
the
Wood,
Wizards will make it to the
what you
playoff
about to?
next year?
Jordan Wood, what you about
Hello?
to say to Z Farm?
Outside of, I was gonna ask him, outside of, let's say you get Trae, um, I'm just looking at your, because I've was assigned watching Wizards game this year, so I've watched like 11 or 12 of them. I just want
Right.
your perspective on what position, like obviously you want a guy, right? You hope there's another guy in this draft, but positionally rounding out the starting five with Trae. So you got Trae, you got George, you got Sar. I would imagine Trey Johnson eventually could into the starting line, but maybe not if it doesn't fit with Trae Young. But what
Right.
positionally in the starting five do you think you would need around Trae to round it out? Like what position would you want to draft in that with that pick if you
I
had
think
an
some sort of
idea?
four. And I think you mentioned it perfectly. Trey, to me, anybody that Bub as well, Trey, I don't think they would fit with
Yep.
Trey Young. I don't think Trey Johnson or Bub Carrington would fit
hmm
at that
hmm
shooting guard position. I think it'd be more of a Keyshawn George, Bilal, um, Sar at the five. I think they need a four if they were to do that because right now it would be Trey, George, Koulibaly, Middleton, Sar as the five. If you can replace Middleton with a Caleb Wilson, a Boozer, I'd be on board with that. I'd be ecstatic for that. But again, that I just don't see. And Wizards fans were talking about this yesterday. If Trey were to come here,
Co-repeat.
Trey Johnson or Bub Carrington would not start. It would have to be Bilal Koulibaly because you want the defense there. You would have to have
Yep.
defense
Yep.
at the guard
Yep.
position. So I just maybe in the future with Trey Johnson, but
No, I think you're
um,
right.
yeah, I think right now, if it were to happen this year, it's got to be George Koulibaly, Middleton, Sar, and Trey's the point
I
guard with
Yeah,
Johnson
the
and
best
Carrington on
I
the
defensive
see
bench.
it.
lineup.
I
Yep.
see it. I see it the same way as you. With the four spot because you noticed before I even asked you, I asked Tez in the chat about another name that came to mind was JQ. Just because I was thinking about where you could end up being in the draft.
Yeah,
But I think we're on the same page. I think any four, if you have George and Bilal, a good four that you draft, and then Sar with Trey, I think that's a good. I think it's a solid team. I think it's a watchable, fun team for sure.
yeah. I mean, right now they're. I'd say they are watched, but to me, and
Yeah,
that
they're
be me as a
watchable.
Wizards fan. But it's, just to add a Trey Young, just to add a guy that can elevate your team to the next level. That's a no brainer to me. Again, like I said, it's a low buy, low risk situation where you would only have to give up a CJ McCollum, who you're not going to have on the team next year anyway. So I'd do it 100%, and if they do it, then look out. I've been saying this for years. Look out for this team because we're here.
His job is simply to help the young guys get easier looks, be in easier positions, and also will help that team win more games than what they've been winning recently. And again, I said yesterday while I was in Discord that this is not a 4 year, 5 year, 6 year thing for me though. Like my experience with Trey Young would be 2, 3 years and see what the type of impact he can have on the city, the team, the culture, Sar, Trey Johnson, etc. And then I'll look to move forward from that point where he's like 30, 31 years old. Now, somehow, some way, if he hits this team, and next year we take a crazy leap like the Pistons took, the Magic took over recent years, OKC took over recent years, then yeah, I would entertain the idea of keeping Trey Young for the foreseeable future. But my idea is just having Trey Young for this 2, 3 year window, and seeing what type of impact he can have on my young guys while we're still in search of a guy. And maybe he could be the guy like Z Farm said, maybe not. But either way, I will still have that first round pick in the tuck, and I can still be able to draft a guy or draft a power forward, co-repeat Caleb Wilson, Cameron Boozer, that can help impact this team for what I'm building from a young player perspective with Trey Johnson and pair them with Sar, Keyshawn, and Bilal. So it's a win-win, bro.
And I'm not gonna lie,
I got a question.
they have leverage. Like whatever
Yeah,
team that gets them, I think has
Yep,
leverage.
they
Like
do.
Trey Young is not going on the open market and getting 50, 60 M's. Like we got to be
Hold
honest.
up.
Like
Yep,
you can get him
very true.
on a contract where you're paying him 40 or something, but he's not making all the money that he might think he is deserving of, and that's just the reality.
Yep.
and
Hold
we
on.
have
This is
100
my
plus
biggest
mil.
Twin,
So
problem
Twin, you're
because
going to get the talk, gang. You're going to get the talk, bro. Hold on, Twin.
okay, my bad.
Let's finish that real quick and then go ahead. What you about to say, Z
yeah, no,
Farm?
I
Who's
was just gonna say
I was gonna
we
respond
have
to that?
100 plus mil in cap space. So if we were to pay Trey, say like 40, 50 mil, we
Mm-hmm.
can go out and get another guy. I don't know what the free agent market looks like in
Yeah.
terms of a four or something like that, but
That could be where
we
you go
could.
get your
Yeah,
four or your other
that's
two.
that's that's where we can go get that position. We could draft a Kingston just kind of to
And
see if we have something, or a Michael or
before
Tunde or something from Baylor.
before Tween go, and it's going to be a Houston Rocket type situation where you got money, you got to spend money. They did that on Fred. They did that with Dylan Brooks. Now I'm not saying Trae Young with that 40-50 million, if he gets paid that by the Wizards, and whatever they spend or whoever they spend the money on in the free agency will have that type of impact. But they can be trending in the right direction 100%. They will have a lot of money to spend this offseason, bro. And why not take a flyer on Trae Young? Like I said, it's low value or low buy, whatever Z Farm said. So yeah, that's all. What's up, Tween?
But yeah, because I was just disagreeing with you about the contract situation, and Woods said it too. How they able to have teams will have leverage. Just do the simple math. Trae Young is 2 years away from getting a 10-year veteran max, which is 35% of the cap. And if he picks that up, he's going to be on the books until 2030. So the team he goes to is probably looking at the numbers, the same thing I'm doing. Okay, so if we trade players for him, we have to retain the asset. If we're retaining the asset, you have to factor 35% of the max for till the year 2030. So that's just, you're not getting a 1-year deal what Ed was talking about. I don't see that. Trae
I'm not
Young,
talking about that.
Nick,
When did I say 1-year deal?
you said what?
No, it's talking about, and I don't want to cut you off because we were saying that cut us off. But just to clarify, before you continue with what you were kind of going into, when we say leverage, I think we're talking about annual salary, not number of years. Like Trae Young is going to get multiple years on his next deal, but he get the 35% max shit. He might not be worth that to teams, and you only worth what teams will pay you. I don't see any other team on the open market that would pay him that like up more than 50 M's, really 45 or more to be honest. But I just don't see. You have to give me the team. Because if there's no team that's willing to pay you money, then you're gonna have to take what you can get. They still pay you a lot. But
if you're trading for him, you're keeping in mind to. That's what I'm saying. The team, let's say the Wizards, it doesn't matter what team trades for him. That team traded for him would most likely give him the contract there. You feel me? That 35% veteran max through 2030, basically,
Why?
essentially.
Why do I have to give you that?
To retain the asset.
Why? I don't have to give you that
you
though.
might not have to give him that. That's the
But
that's what we're saying.
I mean, that's where
if the Wizards
negotiations
were to
come
make that
from.
move, what is the
But
asset?
you need to
Yeah, I'm
but
pretty
you
sure.
for you to negotiate to get 35 million, you got to tell me, look, I can get this somewhere else. If he don't got no market, I don't have to give you no 35 million, my guy.
In fact, I would let him test the market.
35%, yeah.
I would,
That's what I
if I
mean.
were the Wizards, I would let him
Yeah.
test the market and say, you know what? If you don't accept our deal, go out and see what you can do. Go out and see what you can do. We have your rights. If we think it's good enough, we'll match it. If not, you go.
Atlanta is
And guess
just
what? Okay, and guess what? Trae Young
Well,
leaves.
he wouldn't be a restricted
That's what
free
I'm
agent,
saying.
right?
That's what
And
I'm
he-
saying,
hold on,
Jordan.
Yeah,
Stefan,
and then if he
hold on.
leaves, so what? Like,
Atlanta did that.
They got off the money. It's the
Atlanta
same.
literally
Right,
did that,
and you
and he
don't
became tradable.
actually lose anything because of
They,
what you
they
traded
literally
away
just lost
for him.
AJ Johnson.
exactly.
They literally just lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that's what I think that this comes down to, and Woods, I agree with you that I would not necessarily want to put in jeopardy a top 10 pick in general, and obviously I think they have to be top 8 because of the protections, but I do understand from a Wizards fan perspective, it's like, hey, we can kind of get this really good point guard for free, and at the worst case scenario, he helps along the development of our young guys for this period in which we're in transition. I don't like it feels like because of how low his value is and the fact that you're going to be able to cost control him at the whatever you want to because it's low risk. I don't see any issues with being able to make this kind of deal. Like normally I say, hey, are you trying to do this in service of winning a championship? But when the cost is this low, I think that you can forego that and just say, hey, can we just get better in this case, not mess up things that we have in our future plans, and then feel confident as far as our flexibility is concerned and not have to commit to this guy too much.
And Eric, you kind of summed it up for me, and maybe it was just going over my head initially, but the Fred point, I get it now. If that's the angle, hey, I want to do it for these 2 years. I'm gonna overpay for the couple of years, but it's just gonna be a bridge to get us over to just kind of help grow our young guys.
Yep.
And then that third year, for whatever it is, like we got Fred on 2 years, 50 million, so 25 million a year. So, and at that point, but I would still kind of reserve this for me, I don't want him being my best player. And I don't know if we looked at Fred as being our best player. I just think we wanted him to kind of help grow the young player. So if that's an angle, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly okay with that because you're not it's very little to lose, like y'all just kind of laid out. I just don't like the idea we're gonna grow, we're gonna build around Trae, and we're gonna invest in him moving forward. So maybe I missed that point earlier.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, good conversation.
Yeah.
Any other comments on Trae Young? Last comments on Trae Young?
Did you guys talk about him to the Raptors or no?
We didn't speak on that part. We started with the Wizards.
I was going to ask if there's anybody that you guys think should go get him other than the Wizards. So
no, I think this.
I was thinking about it, and I think
it's a mess. Come on, bro.
No, listen. Walk me.
Talk to me.
Don't say nothing.
I always get scared whenever she says "walk with me."
Walk me.
I'm walking. I'm with you. Let's go.
You trade quickly, because he's some ass. Okay. You may have to move off of Jakob to make it work. He hasn't been available really this season, anyways. Okay, cool. You get Trae. You run off the rest of the season without a center because you basically don't have one anyway. Because Jakob Poeltl don't play basketball. You then move Brandon Ingram to get a center. They a better basketball team.
I'm walking back.
I
know you was going with
why would they trade Ingram?
Why are you moving Ingram and not RJ?
Exactly.
Because
I was just about to say
I was gonna answer. RJ's a real RJ. As much as I shit on RJ, like he really fucking good off ball.
Figures. Okay.
He is really like as much as I shit on RJ.
How you feel? Y'all was funny. My fault. Go ahead, Tom.
I don't think the Lakers have a draft pick this year.
Oh nah, no way you went to the Lakers. Oh
hell.
Oh nah. And they do, by the way, but nah.
Toronto they got their own pick this year.
I think that's a perfect spot for him.
Toronto?
I have a question.
The Lakers.
No, I think you said the
Oh,
Lakers.
here you go.
I do have a question.
He actually more sense.
I have it. Oh, sorry, go Dennis.
No, I was gonna say, so y'all not walking with me? That shit. Okay.
It doesn't sound like they are.
Absolutely not. Well, my question is, what would you do with Scotty though?
What do you mean? What I do with Scotty? Scotty just keeps doing what he doing.
But he been playing PG mostly. Like he been.
He has not.
No crazy ball. He been more of a point forward. Like he's not no crazy ball. Yeah, he'll connect.
He's not. Thank you.
I literally just forgot he existed.
He's not.
So I might be taking one little step back. I'm still not with you, but I forgot Scotty existed for like a second.
Okay, he exists.
Wait.
Traded Ingram doesn't make sense.
Who would you have running as the first option?
They still don't have a first option.
Trae,
but they don't have one right now. So it's whatever.
Yeah, true.
Trae, RJ.
The reason why I wouldn't trade RJ.
Center.
The reason why I wouldn't trade RJ is because he has significantly better off-ball player than Ingram. I think he'll just fit into a Trae.
Grady Dick.
I think you need a certain type of center. I think that's my reservation. Because if you got Trae, RJ, I'm assuming you would draft a 3. Then at that, you draft a wing at that point with
you could do a little CMB. You could they got some 3s. But I know I get what you're saying. And then that's why I'm saying like you kind of have to run what they've been running right now, and then you'd have to flip out Ingram for a center.
You need a very specific center, though. I mean, I have other reservations, but that's the biggest reservation. Like, you got to get a lob. Maybe like you got Gaffer.
No, they definitely listen to me very carefully. They definitely need more athleticism.
Yeah.
So they would need to get an athlete at the center position. The Raptors right now need more athleticism.
But you could draft that. Like that's just the athletic big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only do they need a starting center, but they also need a backup center as well.
Oh yeah.
It's margin.
You get to there's tweaks on the margin. So the question that I had off of this, if this team was not mentioned, which you guys did not. So we When I've looked at the Timberwolves for a year plus now, I've said that they need a secondary playmaker, a secondary ball handler. Specifically, it would help most if it would be at the point guard position. Is it a money thing? Is it a prospect back thing? What is the holdup there? Or do you think that Trae's just not good enough to be that person?
I like that spot. I like that spot for him for
Yeah.
real. Either there or the Lakers. I want to see him and Luka play
Yeah.
defense. No, let me stop.
Shut
Go
up.
ahead.
Yeah, deep. Like I'll say
I'm legitimately wondering because I've looked at Minnesota for the last few years and said this is the thing that I feel like they need to get over the hump, and it seems like this may be one that could fall into somebody's lap. So
I don't know how he scales down. That's my biggest thing. I'll let the Minnesota fans speak on it, but I just don't know how he scales down. If he trimmed, I know he's playing a little different this year just because of the weird dynamic that they've had, but he can't take a lot of the same Trae Young shots that he's been taking, and that shit work.
Minnesota team is
I just disagree.
Minnesota team is to me it's weird. It's not, but it's weird in a good way because what they need, they're going to have to lose what they have, and then when they get what they need, then that would then be a problem on what they have currently. For example, so like if they get that point guard, it's going to then come at the fault of losing Rudy or Randall. When you lose Randall, then who's your power forward? You're not starting Nas and Rudy together.
so that's
okay.
So that's what it is. So you would have to you would have to lose a key piece to make that happen. Is what the holdup would be
for me? Yeah, and it's like I don't know. That situation's a little tough. I don't know. I don't know what Minnesota's going to end up doing, to be honest. But if they get that point guard of the future to be alongside and the backcourt, what happens with your front court then? Because it's going to then come from your front court because you don't want to trade J-Mac. So then you're looking at Randall and or Rudy as the guys with most value then in that situation. So then what happens? I don't know. What you think, Kevin Sanchez? I don't know.
Do they have their pick this year?
Minnesota.
I think if you get, I don't know, but I think if you get Trae Young, you can't get rid of Rudy. Rudy is untouchable at that point.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it right here. Julie, if you throw in Julius, Dillingham, and like two fillers, the money would work, but it would have to be a third team.
Yeah.
What's the question?
My question was simply about why wouldn't Minnesota be a trade target?
Probably because you gotta give up a front court player.
Which it would have to be Julius. I agree with you guys. Rudy would he's got to be there for your guy.
It 1,000% won't be Rudy. It'll be Julius. It'll be Julius and probably Rob or Conley, somebody like that. But then, and I honestly, when Rudy and Nas play, it's kind of good because you got the outside in factor from Nas. You got the inside presence from Rudy. So they do look good at times, but then it's still a hole there because he don't. You know what I'm saying? The nigga Finch don't want to play the young nigga. So that hole there, right? As it currently today with Randall, that's still probably their biggest hole today.
And what hole are you talking about though, Tez?
Huh?
What hole?
A front court player, backup big. They and we talked. They got it. He just don't play. So I mean, if you get a Trae Young, you gotta give up Randall. And I mean, they.
You could do that. You could trade Randall.
I mean, you can, but it's still gonna be a problem though. Like you still
no, man. It's a problem. You got Trae playing. You feel me? Organize this offense. Julius, when he get the rock, bro.
We not saying it won't work, bro. Like you're.
Oh, you saying
it works?
Okay, let me hear you.
Works. Yes, it works. It just
playing y'all if y'all do that.
It still creates a
limitations
problem.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think
y'all identity. You're changing your identity. I don't. You get rid of Randall for Trae. That's one of my other things. Like y'all are built on just like bruising. Like I'm thinking about y'all playoff style. Because I know y'all shoot a lot of threes shit too. But when I think about y'all,
they play a different. That's why it's weird. They play a to what you were saying. They're a weird team to evaluate. Period. Because they play a different style. They play a different style in the playoffs than the regular season.
Exactly.
And if that style fits Randall in the playoffs more than a Trae Young.
Facts.
So
Yeah.
Facts.
You guys talking trade to
I
mini?
don't know. I think that's a perfect spot for me.
For who?
I don't know.
Who are they trading?
Because you still got
They
Rudy
would
on
have
the
to give up.
backside, even
So
though
wait, why is it a perfect
Yo-
spot for them and not for y'all?
Who are they trading?
You know
you
what?
talking to OG?
No, that's a legitimate question. Wait, why is it perfect for them and not for y'all? They got
Because
the
he don't
same
like Trae
needs.
Young.
Oh,
The
Now a
He
same
don't want
thing,
it.
needs.
He don't. He
a
don't want.
thing, a thing you can reverse it to. This is another side of it. If you do trade him, Rudy, I mean not Rudy, what's his name? Randall. Randall leaves. You go Nas, and you go
Rudy.
Rudy.
Yep.
Then you can still if the nigga, that's why the nigga's weird. If you're willing to play Johan, you can move J Mac up. You can move Ant up. You can put Dante in a spot that he's supposed to be fucking playing. Then you can insert Trae Young there, and that works. But I don't. It's coaching. You got to be willing to do that.
I don't want.
Wait, you talking about Trae?
I don't want.
No, that
I
makes
don't
sense.
want.
That makes sense right
I
there.
don't. I
Nas,
don't want.
Rudy.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Sorry. What?
that would be the lineup.
Okay.
Nas,
think like
Rudy play well together. It's
Sorry.
Julius and Nas that don't.
like you have a
Yeah, they
a mix
do.
of both
They
defense and offense.
Nas and Rudy play good together though.
That's what I'm saying. It was like that's a
Can you
good
guys hear me?
lineup.
Or nobody
never
can hear
said
me?
they.
Will be defensive
Go
and
ahead.
I
offensive.
can't hear you. They just
I can
not
hear you.
recording. Yeah, they just.
They just ignore me. That shit crazy.
No, I can hear you. I'm waiting on you to talk.
Go ahead.
Nah. That defense is gonna be some like. Now say Nas at the 4.
What was the
Say
lineup,
Nas.
Quinn?
I think they were saying
Yeah,
Trae
Nas at the 4 and
and
J Mac at the
J-Mac.
J-Mac,
3.
Nas and
Oh,
Rudy.
wait.
That was
You
the
think
five.
that would be too much
That's not
defensive
what
Not
food
Ted
with
said.
Rudy
Am
at
I
the rim?
tripping? That's
no,
not
no,
what
no,
Ted
no, no.
said.
That's not. Yeah, that's not what
Bro,
he said.
Oh, okay. What
Ted
did he
said
say? I'm sorry.
Trey.
It's
Yeah.
Trae.
I was speaking.
I can't hear all y'all at
Damn,
the same
everybody.
time.
I'm not all at once.
Speaking
Not
for
all at
sub.
once. Not all
I
at
was
once.
speaking from a subbing standpoint. The
Oh,
starting five
okay.
will
Yeah.
be the
That's
starting
still the
Oh,
five.
five. Yeah.
I'm saying if you give out Randall, the only way far as when subbing patterns and shit start to happen, the only way you would have to you got to play the young kid, and then
Yo,
you have to move up J Mac. You got to move up Ant. You got to move up Dante, and then you can keep Trae Young at that spot. But I don't know if he's willing to do that. That's as far as a subbing pattern. I think it could work from that standpoint. But the starting five will be set. It'll be Trae,
what's the starting five?
Dante. Yeah, it'll be Trae, Dante, and Trae.
J Mac.
No,
Nah, Dante's off the
Ant.
bench.
That's
It's
three
J
niggas.
Mac.
Did I
Oh,
just say
so
three
yeah,
J
you
niggas?
is
Mac.
saying what I'm saying then. I thought you
Yeah.
were saying.
Yeah,
No, it's Ant. It'll be Ant,
Twin, let me
Trae.
talk to Ted.
Hold on,
Let me get
Cause
Ted. Wait,
I'm
Said two
losing my
different
train of
things,
thought.
bro.
I'm losing my train of thought. How many people
yeah,
did
go
I
ahead.
just say?
You
You
didn't
said
named
say you only
three.
stopped
You
3.
said
Yeah, three
Trae,
guards.
Dante,
You
and
named
Ant.
3 guards. Yeah.
You named three
just named 3
guards.
guards.
That's why I'm trying to
Bro,
clarify.
No, it won't be Dante then. My fault. It
Okay,
won't be
That's what I'm
Dante.
saying.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Thank
It'll
you.
be
right.
Thank
So
you.
that's okay.
that's
So
why I
that's
said calm down, bro. I
yeah.
miscalculated how
you
many
turned
fucking
up,
people I
bro.
said. Yeah,
Yeah. It says
I
that's
miscalculated how
yeah.
many people I said. It'll be Trey, Ant,
And
J Mac,
J Mac.
Nas, and Rudy.
Right.
That's what I
And
meant
so
to say.
that's why I had the question for Tennessee. Like, do you think that would be a bad defensive lineup? Like, obviously, we know that there's weaknesses with Trae at the point of attack, and that is something that you have to deal with. But I mean, you still got J Mac. Like, we know what Ant can do on the defensive end. Rudy at the rim. I guess Nas's mobility would be a question mark at the 4. But like, I'm legitimately asking.
Just not at the 4. Also, I think post defense he'll be like Randall's just a better defender than Nas, so I do think he'll get a hit defensively. I don't like J Mac playing the 4, so I don't.
Wait, he would play the 3 in this case.
J Mac will
No,
play the
no, but
You're saying in
okay.
subs. You're saying in subs.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
clarifying.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't like
you don't
when
like
J
when he
Mac.
do it now? Oh yeah, because I about to say he do it now for sure.
Boy,
Yeah,
I would
I
love to
don't
see
like
that
him.
defense.
Yeah, I don't like him playing the 4.
Okay.
Mind you, the Minnesota Timberwolves do have young players that can play those positions. But here we go again, where they don't play basketball, so it don't matter.
Maybe I'm missing something. Julius, that type of nigga on defense.
He better than Nas.
Yeah, he
Nas
clearly
is
I
better
give
than
you
Nas
that,
is
Nas.
but is
ass.
Trey better
Nas
than?
is
What are you gaining with Trey at the 1 now, from an offensive standpoint, and just from
A lot.
running a unit standpoint, because right now they don't have a point guard. So what are you gaining with Trae that you might end up losing a little bit from a defensive standpoint? Is that game bigger than, or is that
I'm not gonna lie, OG. I'm not gonna lie, OG. If you bringing in Trae, it makes your offense clearly better, but that offense would have to be like
much better,
like top 3, like solidified better in order to make up for what's about to happen to you on. In order to make up what's going to happen to you on defense.
They're top 10 now. There's some shit. So I don't know how they won't be.
Interesting. I don't. Yeah.
I'm with
I don't look. I've never been to. I've never been.
No,
to
I'm not saying they can't. I'm not saying.
I understand.
I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying it would have to be like a solidified, top 3
But
offense.
I think it will though. I think you have. I think your identity.
Yeah, you got the
top 10 now.
talent.
Their identity now. Their identity would be Trae, Ant, J Mac. And you got the paint president of if Rudy still can play at this level toward the end of the season.
Trae Young makes Rudy better. That should be highlighted.
Right. I was gonna say that, Tez, when you were saying their offense, like I think their offense has been ticked up because I haven't watched the last couple Minnesota games, but from the ones I was watching, Rudy has picked up his ability to catch the ball and finish.
I told you
that. That's if that continues, because that's what happens. Like it normally takes a dive when he just stops, which he does have stretches during the season where he's able to do this. Like last season, at the end of the season, he was doing this shit. So
you saying in regards to them staying top 10 with this current roster?
Yeah, like he got to be able to. No, even if you get Trae, like the thing.
No, I'm not worried about that with Trae.
No. The thing would be if Rudy can catch the ball. So like that's it's still hinted on that.
But Trae gets him significantly better looks. Even though I know you're saying he may fumble them, nah.
He be getting good looks.
No, twin, stop it.
I'm talking about at the rim. Just catch and put it in. That's it.
You irritate me when you don't rock with somebody and it is hard for you to come off it like that. Because again, think of Trae Young. It is going to be like way more reps than he getting now. These 1, 5, 6 times you may be talking about throughout a whole game of Rudy fumbling the ball, them reps gonna uptick like crazy with Trae Young. He's gonna be clearly better with Trae Young. You have to view him through a completely different lens with Trae Young.
And you could throw it on the other side of the foot too, having said and to add on what Byron saying, you get Trae Young, the offensive end. You now J Mac and Ant can the focus on defense. It upticks because you don't have to do so much on the fucking other side of the ball and tire yourself out by the fourth quarters, and you got now you have a sidekick. So I think they're deep. I think they're deep, like not Trae Young, of course, but I think some other guys' defense can also go up a little bit too due to
one of them.
I hear y'all.
Just one of them. Just one of
them. In terms of going up against them.
One of what? Oh my
God. Like J-Mac's defense is J-Mac's defense. We're not gonna do that shit. Rudy's defense is Rudy's defense. Them shit's not gonna change. Literally, only Ant would be able to play better.
Comment,
but then your 4 position defensively is like nobody's there. Like it's just
y'all losing. I don't know. Just I feel like so the identity of what makes y'all and what makes y'all a threat to beat any team. Losing any bit of your physicality and defense, even if it's a little bit, to become more offensively slanted, I want to face y'all more. Like, that's just me from the outside looking in.
But this is the thing. We've seen Rudy Gobert,
especially if you're talking about that lead guard going up against in an OKC matchup. That's the other thing. That's
all right. I didn't pick a side, but I'm out. I never picked a side, but I'm out. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out.
What did you say, Byron?
Go ahead. I'm out. Fuck Trae. No, Trae with Minnesota. Yeah, but go ahead.
On this one because Minnesota's not even interested in Trae Young anyway, y'all. So we just gonna wrap that one up. But what you about to say, Twin?
They are interested in Trae.
Nah, they not.
Yeah, I was going. I
thought they were.
I saw a
That was one. Well, no, my fault.
I
My
was
fault.
just going.
My fault. You're right. That was
they're
he one of the
they're
teams.
interested. They're
Kobe
interested
White.
in Minnesota. Minnesota isn't interested in
Isn't it
him.
interested in
Yeah,
him?
yeah, it is. That's what it is. Trey
Yeah.
and in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And the Spurs matchup too with Wimby in the middle.
What you about to say,
Cool.
Twin, before we move over to AD real
What
quick?
do y'all think?
I had one
Julius
question, but it ain't
Julius
gonna
Randle
drag
ain't doing
though. It ain't
shit.
gonna draft though.
All right,
Dave, I
shit,
got
no,
one last
shit,
comment.
no,
I,
draft.
I, I don't
Big
want to really rap. We can move off of it.
Is
All right,
Leonard Miller ass?
Yeah.
They drafted him like 4 years ago, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he may not be
Yeah,
ass,
it
but
was so
he's at least
disappointing.
butt. He's some butt. Yeah.
What you about to say?
Is he really? Is he really ass?
Yeah, he ain't nothing. He ain't nothing.
Nah, he ain't
What?
nothing crazy.
He'll
But I mean,
ball
the
in the
nigga
G
don't play,
League.
so you'll never know.
What you about to say?
I'm more intrigued by the other big kids, the big
I heard
rookies.
he's really good. I heard he's really good in G League.
Yeah, he'll be good in the G League for
God
sure.
bless
A bunch
him.
of
Yeah,
niggas
yeah,
really good in the
yeah.
Well,
G League.
so I just don't know. I don't know what he looks like in the, because he don't get no ticks. So I'm wondering what he would look like in the NBA. That's what I'm wondering, because I don't watch G League, so I don't know how good he is in the G
He
League.
ain't moving nothing.
Who are you talking about today?
Leonard Miller.
Leonard Miller.
No,
What
my
y'all-
God.
What y'all?
My young nigga.
D-Mac,
Uh,
Twink,
my-
can you go
my
me
que-
real quick, gang?
Oh,
He
go
can
ahead.
go.
Twink, can you go me real quick? Byron and D-Mac today got 2 final comments. We can move to the next real quick.
Yeah. You go ahead, D-Mac. Oh, I go. It don't matter.
No, you good.
All right. Y'all might have asked this already. What price range y'all feel like his next contract gonna be at?
Trae Young?
Yeah. 'Cause that's a big
Four,
factor with this shit too.
no, four. Anywhere
35 to
from
40.
high
I'll
30s,
say
low 40.
40.
Yeah.
40 something.
I might be the
Okay.
only nigga
He ain't at
say
50.
50 then.
Yeah, you the only nigga in America saying 50.
I think
What the
he'll
fuck?
do like 40 a year for like 3 years or something in the
Yeah.
40 range.
50 is a
Nah.
lot of.
What do
So
you
he
mean
ain't
by
about-
So like
40? Like
that's
40?
so that's
43,
like 120.
45?
That's like like I'm not gonna lie. I would give him 125 over 3 years.
That's disrespectful as
No, that's
crazy.
not.
Right, because I just
Yes,
get to
it
max
is.
out whoever
He
No, it
wants
had,
to
is
do
bro,
not,
that shit.
bro.
I'm pretty sure
Who
he
you
had
think Trae
200.
Young
He
still
had
is
a
in
4-year.
2026,
Hold
bro?
on. He had a 4-year, $200 million deal lined up.
What does that got to do with
Who gonna give it to him
me?
today?
Yeah,
Who
we
gonna
all
give
don't
that to him
gotta
got it.
today?
You
agree,
got.
Twin. You think he'll be in the 50s? They think within the 40s. All right, D-Mac, what you about to say?
Okay,
Byron,
we'll see. We'll see this. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
nah,
see.
this is
Yes, we will
uptick
see,
from
brother.
Reeves type shit. Little uptick from what Reeves gonna get. That's what it sounds like.
Reeves
Yeah,
about to
for
be
the
in the,
worst
Reeves
player.
about to be in the 40s.
Nah.
Reeves gonna be in high. No, I say uptick. Reeves gonna be in like high 30s.
Nigga, I'm like, what?
That's why I
If that
say
if,
uptick
if
from
that
Reeves.
Nigga, I was
if
about
that
to
man
say,
makes
hold the fuck up.
if that man makes 50, that's just a bad contract. I don't care.
I mean, Reeves got a
Chill,
his
nigga.
extension. His extension is like four
You ain't
for like
interested,
2
Jordan?
something.
Reeves, who you say?
4 for
Trae
2.
Young.
What do you mean? That's 50.
He just keeps
It's
keeps
like
quoting the
46,
max. He keeps
48.
quoting the max. He keeps quoting
Who
the
you
max.
talking
Yeah,
okay,
about,
okay,
what
okay.
Bobby Marks?
Okay.
What? Yeah, he's eligible.
Okay.
What he's eligible to sign?
Okay.
He not.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
he
what
not. Yeah,
is
God
he
bless him.
Why you
getting?
gotta
Yeah.
say that though? But
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
mean,
Next. Yeah, go ahead, D-Mac. Go ahead,
the way
D-Mac.
the level
Queen
he's been
be
playing
like
at.
man,
he
shut
seem like
up.
to
He
let a
not
nigga
getting
know what
50,
he know.
48
He
million.
one of them
Twin,
kind of
stop,
niggas.
bruh.
Listen,
I know this.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. You act just how you talk. There's no way you got no money. You don't know how to budget shit. You just spending
I don't
whatever.
got money.
Like you just
Yeah, you
spending
want to see
money
my cash
wherever.
stack
You
last
just
week?
giving people shit for no reason. This man does not deserve
Now let
no
me
$50
chill out,
million.
Tennis.
You're just overpaying
No,
niggas. Like
dog.
what?
No, this is the thing, Tennis. I'm looking at the marketplace. I'm looking at the level he's playing at.
Oh
Nigga,
my gosh.
He not worth no 50 million.
Yeah,
I
He
never
played at that
said it's
level.
like it's
He
really
played at that
like
level for 20
47.
games.
It's like
Twin,
47 for like 5 years.
Twin, come on, bro. Come on. Austin Reeves is not worth that. You know he's not getting that, bro. Like, come on,
He's
Twin.
not getting 47.
Respect his level of play this season, bro. But come on, Twin.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. If you ever have a company, I want to work for your company. You don't pay the
That
shit out
level
of
of
me.
play is
I don't
worth
gotta do
that. I'll say
shit at
that.
that
But he only
job.
did it for
That's
20
all I'm
games.
saying.
I don't
But he
gotta do
only
I'm
did it
shit
for
at
20
that
games,
job.
bro. He's
the
only showed us
level of
20
play.
games.
I play. You feel me? You gotta get paid on what's your level
Yeah,
of play. He
Not for
playing
20
at that
games.
level.
monthly
Shout out.
20
evaluations, no
games.
nothing.
D-Mac, what you
That
about
man
to say?
expenses is gonna be higher than his income. I can't.
What you gonna say,
No
D-Mac?
evaluations or nothing. Yes,
The only thing I had to say just to wrap it up is I understand why Minnesota wouldn't be interested. I think that there is a underlying current of, hey, how long is this going to go on with Ant before he wants to go elsewhere? sure. And I'm not saying that that's necessarily going to happen anytime soon. I just wonder if that is something that's coming down the line. And I also wonder if they will have a better opportunity to try and swap out at a low cost for a point guard that could legitimately raise their ceiling. And I understand you guys' defensive concerns. I just think the way I've seen Rudy be able to anchor defensive teams, I would have a little bit lesser than maybe some of the ones that you guys are bringing up. And you guys absolutely could be right about that. And I don't love Trae Young and I don't love Julius Randle. So it's not like I'm saying either one of these guys is, a massive improvement either way. But I wonder if this is a swing that they could possibly do that may be one of the last few opportunities that they'll have before things start to get too far down the road is what comes to mind, I would say, when I think about that aspect of it.
Okay, that's fair. That's a good thought process. We'll see what Minnesota ends up doing, especially if they get to the conference finals this year and lose again. That'll be 3 years in a row, and or they just lose before that. They would definitely have to make a move. That's pretty drastic, I would say, or big around.
Oh, they will make a move then.
Yeah, because they not. Yeah, we can talk about that in a minute. But yeah, that
Oh, they
that's
will
gonna
make
happen.
moves.
All
That's
that-
that's
What?
that's off, but that's off season for me though. I don't think they're going to. If they do something now, it's not going to be like a
And
Trae Young level player.
you're right, ideally, but
all I'm saying, you should have just jumped to they will make a drastic move this summer because they not gonna make it to the finals.
But in my opinion,
y'all tell me I can't
I've
predict
always
it. When I predict the OKC 3 win by 2030, I got pushback.
I'm always somebody that says, hey, you explore these things so that you understand what you could do instead of being forced to make a move out of desperation. Because that is, by the time you make that move, it's probably too late.
They should do something by the deadline. Like the biggest name now that you're seeing is Kobe.
they're going
White.
to do something at the deadline, bro.
The biggest name you're seeing now is Kobe White.
I don't think they'll ever be.
Should have did something for last year.
I don't think they'll ever. If I'm Minnesota, I don't think I'll ever be crazy desperate at the offseason. Like I'm not gonna be crazy desperate at the offseason because my best player
wouldn't make you crazy desperate.
And all right, my best player 24. Like I
don't like that.
Y'all not maximizing that nigga best years.
Exactly.
There's a difference. There's a difference between doing shit out of desperation, because when you do certain things out of desperation, you end up fucking it up even more. Like I'm not gonna do it just because I need to do something. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't.
But if the reason you need to do it is because you keep knocking on the door and you know you're not that far away from it, and you in your best player's prime, that's, to me, those are prime reasons to go ahead and do something.
But I'm not gonna just do it just to do. But I'm not gonna do it just to do it. Like it has to make sense and has to be worth it.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because normally, like people would do desperate things when the player's older and you have like 1-2 more years.
The part about it, and he might not be in his prime. Good thing about that little ball.
Byron, I wanted to say that, but
he might not be in his prime.
I don't like all the miles he putting on the nigga.
Might not be in his prime yet. What you mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dale.
The next thing.
Well, he may want to have that
better
prime
than this.
somewhere else.
He might be the best in the world. What?
Okay, guys. Thank y'all for the participation on the stage.
Sorry.
It's been a little hectic up here today. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like a space or a playback. Thank y'all for all the support for one. Appreciate everybody that's up here, even the ones that's in the audience, even the ones that's watching on Twitch and YouTube and Twitter. Let me see people's in the audience. That was good Trae Young conversation to start the show. I said show. To the NBA side of things, I do now. There's another name, Anthony Davis. Again, you saw the report.
Oh my God.
You saw the report, and we don't have to spend as much time on this one as we did Trae. But you saw the report yesterday that he wants to quote unquote stay in Dallas long term. They want to ship him out. Chris Haynes said he expects him to be traded 100% by the deadline. And they're looking to trade him. How do y'all? And then also I saw another report today that all the Eastern Conference teams feel like they're Anthony Davis away from the NBA Finals. Whether that's the Hawks, whether that's the Pistons, whether that's the Raptors. Who else fake shown interest? Name some teams that's also interested in Anthony Davis. I don't know.
That's about it.
Okay.
The
Warriors. You got the Warriors.
Warriors as well.
Warriors. Do you said the Bucks?
Oh, I saw the Bucks thing today too. Yeah, the Bucks.
Yeah, nigga better not go to state. All that moving around here had to do.
I thought that they said the Mavs wanted to see what it looks like with Kyrie.
Nah,
was that not true?
Nah, they want him gone.
I thought I saw that somewhere.
Yeah,
Tim already talked about it on the podcast about Dallas has to make a tough decision on giving Anthony Davis long-term money, and that's going to be a tough situation. Yeah, because he got like Nigga, he has like a real super max, duper max. Like, bro, he could get fucking Jokic money.
Oh my God! Just because that is
No, 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 no.
available
I'm
to you,
just
don't mean
giving.
I'm gonna
Like,
give you
But
that
yeah,
shit.
Please.
I think it's
I'm
more.
not
I think
saying
it's
he's
more
getting
so.
it. I'm not saying he's
Let's get the
getting
money
that.
alone real quick,
Yeah,
bro, because that's gonna move
yeah,
to a
it's
whole
more
different
so about
conversation.
duration, bro. It's more so about the
Can
years.
we
Go
please
ahead.
just cut it to? Do y'all think Anthony Davis should go to like what team you think he should go to if a team, and what type of impact would that have or he would have on that team for them as far as NBA Finals and things like that, and then we would just get to the games, y'all. We don't gotta have the contract stuff and all that type of stuff.
I mean,
Like
to
we
be
did for
fair, that's part of
no,
the team wanting to get him. Though.
it 100% is, but
He can go
I
to the
think
Raptors.
But we can muzzle tween, bro. Just relax. We can muzzle
no,
tween.
I don't agree.
It's
I don't
okay. It's
agree,
cool.
bro. Because when
Shit. Yes, we can, bro.
Nah,
Yes, we
Tween
can,
can't be
bro.
This
stopped,
nigga
bro.
want
Yeah, Tween
this
can't be
nigga want
stopped.
to let
Put a
you know
muzzle on is
everything he know.
crazy.
Yeah, Tween takes that Mr.
He wants you
NBA
to know
shit.
he know about the breakdown, all that shit, nigga.
Like he
Just
take
write it in the chat,
Hey,
nigga.
bro.
he take Mr. NBA serious, nigga. Like
Y'all talking about this man and this man on mute. This shit crazy.
I'm not gonna lie.
Bro,
I
he over
don't
there
know.
smiling like crazy. Stop, bro.
He can go. He can go to the Raptors.
he go.
He can go to the
Explain the
Raptors.
second apron to me, Tween.
Oh,
Never mind, we
shit,
fucking
OG,
with you.
man.
It's
Look
my
at
bad.
OG.
All right, so
I don't know who.
OG must be feeling good because he's been nothing but trolling today.
It's hard to have this conversation because I don't know. You talking about healthy? This dude's never healthy. So
Yeah, that's
no
part
one
of
should
it.
trade for no one should trade for him at all. Like if you're trying to like do something, and you're trying to sign, and then because you probably have to sign him to an extension unless you do like a Trae Young type shit where you're just getting off of expiring money. Then any team that could trade for him and not have to give up a beneficial long term piece where it's like a top 4 or 5 potential player in your team in the long term, and you don't have to sign him to an extension potentially. If it's like a rental situation, then I think all those teams would benefit from trading for Anthony Davis. But if you have to give up a potential starter long term and a pick and sign him to an extension, no team should do that at all. And that's where I'm at with it. He would be good for the Hawks. He'd be good for the Bucks. He'd be good for the Pistons. Well, the Pistons shit is I don't know. It's a weird fit.
I'm scared of that. Because I like the Pistons. I don't want him to fuck that shit up. What you gonna give up that you might need and he ain't playing? Me and Woods ain't never been in more agreement.
I'll be like,
what's where I'm at with it?
What's Tobias made? Did he get a new
He
contract or he still on
expiring.
that?
I think he's
trade for
around like
MPJ, brother.
28.
It ain't worth it.
Rather,
If he's on 30, it might be low 30, but he's not. He's not coming close to that. He still got to match that.
Yeah, you shouldn't be giving up no young. It should be just straight expirings that you don't want, honestly and truly. For an example, like Bucks can just do Miles Turner and I think like Kuz straight up. Like that's it.
I might do a pick. I might do a pick in the immediate, like in the next couple of years. I might do one pick but I'm not doing a pick and a young player.
I'm doing a pick and
They might call your phone for some Ryan Rollins or some bullshit. You hang up.
Yeah, you out your rabbit mind. That just don't happen. But as far as what makes sense, man, I mean, I guess the Bucks make sense. You swap him for Miles and Kuz. You see what him and Giannis can do. Whatever. Like Jordan said, brother, he just not healthy. I don't know what you don't know when he gonna play.
Yeah,
I don't got to defend that shit no more.
I seen or know more about the Trae Young situation as far as getting traded than Anthony Davis, so I can't really go too lengthy on this one personally. But I do think Jordan nipped it and wrapped it up pretty good. I would say when it comes to him being able to fit on all these teams, pretty good. Looking at the contract thing where Tween was going a little bit. It's 52 this year, 54 this year, 58 the next, and then a player option 27-28. He will not opt out of that. By that time, he'll be 35 years old, probably playing 40.
Wait. He got this year, next year, and a player option?
Yeah, that's a little wild. I ain't gonna lie. So
what the fuck? Wow, Rich Paul and them hanging his extension talk over people's heads.
Yeah, he's not even expiring, to be honest. Yeah, whoever trades him.
What you think Anthony Davis is?
Yeah.
No. He
After this season, because of the next year thing, potentially him
exactly. After this season, you can extend him.
No one's paying him that much. That's a fake.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying when Washington, Rich Paul is bringing that to negotiation tables.
Because he got whatever. Yeah, because it's because 27-28 season is his player option. So I guess they're assuming that you'll have him for next season, and if you don't want to be there, he'll opt out and leave.
It's
Less
hard
money.
for me to see.
And then that's exactly.
Him
I'm
opting out
rolling
at
the dice on
62
you
at age
on you saying that.
34 with health concerns.
Well,
I'm
I,
rolling the
Sure.
dice
But
on
he
those.
would
Sure.
he'll rather get
that
45
is
for
called
Tree than
bluffing. That
62
is what
for
that is.
one.
Oh yeah.
That is called bluffing. That is what
You
that is
rather have
called.
more numbers on the books. You don't want to
But
become
King,
a like you feel
that
me?
assumes
Oh, so you saying he
you
will opt out of the 62 for an extension for multiple years for around 40 tween?
Yeah, if he gets a 3-year deal, why would you not want nigga 40
So you're
million for
saying,
3 years instead of
but I'm
60
Well, he
saying,
million
can
is
for
he
get that
1
in
year?
nigga
that
3
in that
years.
is he
Himself,
opting out of
yeah.
that? Is he opting out of that? You're saying though, like is he hitting free agency and then getting
He
Yes.
that?
have pop out. Yeah.
No. I'm saying if I'm saying this, he would rather have the 3-year deal than the 1-year deal. I don't know if he gets it on the free agent market, but I'm saying it just makes more sense
Oh
to
no,
get multiple years than 1 year.
Nah, yeah, obviously, but what
Yeah,
if like,
absolutely.
yeah, obviously, but
Who gonna give him?
what if the team is then looking at it as like, okay, if we can trade for you this season, and we know for sure we have you this year and next, what you gonna do? Opt out? Or you just gonna take what we want to give you at that point if we want to continue on with you. If not, you can opt out if you want, or you can just opt into that 62, then hit free agency by yourself. So that the following season, 28, 29. I don't know.
I don't know if that 3-year deal is a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, I don't think that's like a lock or a stamp. Like I
I'm
don't.
gonna give him 3 years at that. A nigga that ain't been healthy in his best years. I'm gonna give him 3 years on the back end. Man, please.
Yeah, if I'm a team, I'll roll the dice. I'll play ball with him, and I'm not losing nothing. Like I can get Anthony Davis, and yeah, he getting that 58, 54, 58 this year. But I know for sure I got you for the rest of this season or next season as well. And if you want to opt out of that 62, by all means, go ahead. If not, we're going to negotiate, and I'm gonna pay you what I want to pay you for the rest of your. Cause that'll probably be his last big contract of his career. Not
That
saying
roll of the dice with AD not the same though, because he just don't play back. Like who's he playing? Is he playing?
well,
He's gonna have one more healthy year in his career. It's just a matter of when it's gonna be.
He
And,
might
and,
do
and
it like
define
That's
and
the thing.
define one more healthy year for him. What does that mean? What is that? 50 games? 45 games?
60 plus. He plays
y'all acting
60,
like this nigga.
60,
Y'all acting like this nigga
65.
Joel. Y'all acting like he
OG,
Joel
come on.
Embiid or something. Like is he?
Nigga
Is,
Yeah,
vegetable,
like he
man.
is he
played,
that
like he's
level? Is he
healthy.
Joel
Like
Embiid?
last
That
Like,
nigga
5 years, last
vegetable,
4 years,
man.
he's been relatively healthy.
Bro, he be good. He be there for
Like
a
he's
few
not out here just
games,
missing a whole bunch of games.
but it's
OG.
hard to build a team around a
He be
significant
in
piece
and
like that.
out.
Yeah, you can't do nothing with that.
He'll be
'Cause
he'll be in for the first and half of the second, then be out for the next like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, my nigga. Like
because he's
he
not the
just in and
only dude.
out.
He's not the only
Damn,
dude on your.
this shit look bad.
If you could lock injuries for the other players on your team, cool. But other dudes in your team are also going to get hurt. Just normal. On the over the course of the season, it's hard to build a real team
So if
around
y'all,
that.
so y'all would never trade for Anthony Davis. Like y'all wouldn't even dare.
In my life.
I would
In
Not
my
not.
unless it
life.
was salary.
no, I ain't
Not
gonna say
unless
all
it was
that.
salary filler.
Wait, hold on,
I ain't
hold
gonna say
on.
all that.
What did you say? What were you gonna say, Byron?
No,
I
I ain't gonna
want
say I wouldn't trade for him because I
For
think
Oh,
10
okay.
million a year. I ain't got
I
I think
nothing to
figured,
just
yeah, I
lose.
10
got you.
mil is crazy. I think what Milwaukee at, which is the shittiest situation in my opinion, one of in the league to a certain degree.
AD,
They desperate. They just desperate right now because Giannis is a hoe, and with him being like
He's
that,
a
it's just
hoe.
he not gonna request a trade. And Milwaukee saying we not trading him unless he come out and ask for it. So what you gonna do? Who else? What other move can you make to compete?
See, that's that shit Heaven Sin was talking about,
And
just
I'm
doing
saying
something just
competing.
to be doing. That's that
Thank
But
desperate
OG,
shit. That
That's
but
the
OG,
desperate shit right there.
that's
but
it right there.
OG. You are right, 100%. But that's the reality of the league. Everybody not built like hell, KD, James Harden in terms of a player to come out and say, "Hey, I want to be gone. I'm requesting a trade." That's for the players aspect. Every front office not built to, "Hey, I'm trading my franchise player." Every franchise not built like that. Every player not built like that. So that's why in the reality of the situation, you have some teams that's just doing shit just to do shit. It
Hey, did
is
I
what
hear
it
you
is.
right?
And Milwaukee turned it on over.
Did I hear you right? You called Giannis a hoe?
Oh, he's a corny
I didn't know. Okay, I thought that was your
asshole.
nigga. I thought that was your
No, he
nigga.
is not. He no, the reality situation. If my nigga is a hoe, respectfully, I'll call you a hoe to your face. My real
It's
life
okay.
partner,
You
Yeah,
you a hoe,
bro.
you
you a
still
hoe.
got
Nigga,
Braun.
it is what
It's
it
okay.
is.
You still got Braun. It's
I'm
okay.
not like he might be my least like
I never
he
heard you
might
say
be
nothing
my
bad
least
about
It is
Braun
what it
favorite
like
is.
that.
league, bro.
What do you say?
But you
Byron,
know,
Be a hoe.
That's what I'm saying. That
Act like a
nigga Byron
hoe.
just called him a
Act
hoe.
like
That's a
He
strong
doing
word.
He
his
don't
own
want
to
he
him.
What did he
don't
say?
want to call him that
That's
for
a
one
hoe to me.
specific reason. He
Wait,
want
he
to be gone,
requested
but
a
he don't got
trade
the
and didn't go to the
Exactly.
GM?
He don't got the
he don't got
kahunas.
he
Like
don't
he
got
don't
the
got no
necessary
balls,
Tween,
qualifications.
nigga.
Tween, Tween,
Tell them
Tween,
folks.
Tween, please. I'm trying to ask
Cook
you.
Tweet.
Boy,
Somebody
I
send
want
me
to just
Tween
tell you.
phone number.
Nah, we not
Somebody
doing
send me his
that.
phone number.
Yo.
Cook Tweet.
Wait,
Cook
so
Tweet.
he because he didn't do it publicly, Byron, you're saying?
Yeah. Because at the end of the day,
Okay.
the
Okay.
front office is telling you that's what. Well, not even necessarily publicly. Go to the front office and tell them you want out. Like
Did he
go. You
not
don't
do it?
gotta. You
Or
don't gotta
did
go.
or
No. He's never done it yet.
Let's
No, he's
be
never
fair,
done it
D-Mac. He
formally.
literally did call himself the hottest chick in